awakens her rime-hearted Mother Earth.
Okay, just before we started, I think, well, Jacos, you were just talking about the cloak. I think it, yeah, welcome everyone. We're just waiting on Cletus, on Anita. I just wanted to, before we do kick off, it would be good to know, just so that I've got a bit of a sense check without going into every character sheet, without going through all your items, have you got, what things have you got that you need to attune to? Are people close to their limit of 3 or none at all? Ash, what attuned items do you have?
I have the Pearl of Power because I'm giving the wand of +2 to Cletus.
Okay, all right, and Moltel?
I have the Shield of the Yuvan Rune,
right.
which is that really U-Butte shield.
Yes, the first very rare, I think, that the party's come across, or rare. But yep, okay. So you've got one attuned item. What about you, Threads?
I have the Drow Cloak of Elvenkind.
Okay, and that's the one made of spider webs.
Yes, that one.
And that's an attuned item, I presume. You only
yes.
Yeah, and so just the one item. What about you, Sharpie?
Your bow.
I have 3 items actually. I have the longbow, Reaper, the longbow.
Okay, that's attunement.
And I've just wait actually maybe the is it the efficient quiver that we just got?
Oh, quiver.
I don't know if
Quiver of
do I need to attune to that?
I believe so. Let me just check it for you.
Quiver.
Sharpie has a stone of luck, so 1.
No attunement. You're good for the
No,
Elhona.
yeah.
Sorry, Sharpie. What did you have? The Stone of Good Luck.
Yep.
That was the one that I think that Ash started off with.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And who haven't we run through? Jackus?
Yeah, so if no one wants the Cloak of Protection, that would make it my 3rd.
Oh, what are the other 2?
Ring of Jumping.
Ring of Jumping, yep.
And the Amulet of Health.
Amulet of Health, and that's the 19 con one. I get confused a little bit. Okay, cool, and maybe the cloak. So there's a cloak still glowing.
Yeah,
and...
but anyone can have it because I'm like, it's just so that it doesn't go to waste.
Okay, and old man Cletus, I think you've just risen from your slumber and joined us.
Yeah, I just have the Wand of the War Mage.
Okay, that's the wand +2, is it, that you got from Ash?
Yes.
Right, okay. Alright, so it was just a question Jackus was putting, if no one wants the cloak, then he'll have it. That would be his 3rd attuned item.
Well, what's your AC without the Cloak of Protection?
It's 20.
It's 20. Well, I'm happy to give it to either the tank or the healer, because the healer might need it too.
Yeah.
Up to either of you.
Well, the idea was that it would help Jacuz with wisdom saves, because I already have a decent wisdom save.
Ah, okay.
Because the thing
is,
is, the saves for me is not an issue because I got a constant +3 on my saves because of my aura.
I reckon give it to Moltel then.
Well, yeah, I can take it. So that way I get an extra boost to at least the intelligence saves.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind giving it to either one of the tanks, because I think that +1 armor and the bonus to mental saves is just really handy for the tanks. So
your choice, Jackus. Did you want it, or did you want me to take it?
You can have it. You can have it. Go ahead.
I will take it.
Okay, so Moltel is attuning to the cloak, and you'd taken a short rest at least while investigating and attuning to some stuff that you've taken off, because you raced here from the being pursued or hunted by a ancient white dragon. You had lost one of your party members, and poor Nina was swallowed ultimately, along with the Summer Star. I think someone pointed out throughout the week the weather changing device.
Give the dragon suggestion forever.
Yes. And went to a place that Cletus had said that there was shelter and a package that he had hidden there. And he went and recovered a package from under a pile of stones near a large, strange-looking tower. Sharpie, you think that from your studies and your from the wizard that you worked for in a past life, you spent a long time with working for a wizard as there is right-hand man. This is not only been manufactured by magic, but by Netheril's magic. So it's the ancient, destroyed, vanished civilization of Netheril, from the time when there were spells more powerful than a wish. So in game terms, 10th level spells. It looks something like a tower, a little bit. It's not completely cylindrical, like as you would expect and will have seen around Luskan. No windows, no doors, but you had seen a trail of blood, not like a line of it or anything, but just some specks around a large hole nearby, going down into the snow and into the ice. It angles downwards towards this spire, yeah, at a sort of 45-degree angle sort of thing, but then curves pretty quickly out of sight and into darkness. The only thing is, do you take a long rest here, or I think you decided last week that you were going to investigate this tunnel, but are you taking a long rest first or heading straight down? It's definitely gone to darkness by now.
The blood's fresh. I think we should go now.
Yeah, I'm good with going now.
Okay. So if you
Agreed.
Okay, so what are you going to do? I haven't got a map just for the hole, but basically you've just got a you know, it looks like a tunnel. It looks from the way that it's been dug is this tunnel's been made by something coming out from below rather than something digging down.
I can share my night vision with the people who want to go scouting.
If you could give Sharp vision, that'd be excellent.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And basically, if we do the same thing, Sharpie goes 100. We did at the castle. Sharpie goes 120 feet ahead.
All right. So I'm just having a look at where. So you go to the.
Just like dark vision.
Yeah. How many people can you share it with, Ash?
Up to 3 people, so I always have it myself. So I'll give it to Sharpie, Cletus, and who else needs dark vision? Maybe the archer or someone who doesn't have it.
Give it to Dawn.
No, give it
Dawn
to Thread so
has-
she can see for a long way.
Yeah, I could do that.
So Threads or Dawn?
I mean, am I sending Dawn ahead with Sharpie?
No. Dawn can't sneak for crap.
Okay, give it to Threads then.
Okay. So
Well, I can just send her ahead anyway.
I repeat my Dawn can also not see for crap, but she also can't see anything for crap.
She's got a +5 for stealth. I don't know. It's not that bad.
Sharpie just looks at you.
She's pretty dexterous. She's a bird.
I mean, still, if Dawn gets hurt down there, you would need to be there to heal her, wouldn't you?
Well, as long as I get to her within the hour, then she'll be okay.
Yeah.
And how are we supposed to see if Sharpie's in trouble if nobody's there with him?
Sharpie will tell you.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Do his spot.
Trust Sharpie to scout it.
Okay, I'll take the dark vision then, since I've got long range attacks.
Okay.
Okay. Done.
So, Sharpie, you go to the edge of this hole going down, and after about 4 feet or so of going down like a chimney in the snow, it turns into packed ice and becomes extremely slippery. You're now confident that you're certain that it would be a very difficult climb. You could attempt it, but it's not something that you can easily just put your feet against one side and your back against the other and shimmy your way down like you can a chimney.
Could I basically put a knife in the snow and basically just drag through it that way?
Yep, I'll let you go for a climbing check.
Yeah, no worries. Before I go, so telepathy with threads, and threads, Ash, and Jackos.
Okay. Threads. I'm just going to put a marker there. What colour do you want? Doesn't really matter.
Green?
Yeah, green. There we go. Okay. Threads. Sharpie. Ash. And Jackus. Mind melted. Well, mind melted is a Sharpie at least. Okay. So Sharpie
22 climbing.
Okay. So you guys see Sharpie go down. He's got a dagger in his hand and he's sort of gouging his way down. He's got his feet braced and he's sort of slipping and scraping his way down. Eventually, the tunnel turns and it goes out of sight. Sharpie, you're now in darkness, but obviously you can still see to the extent of your vision. The tunnel, probably the most you can see before it, on average, it twists out of your vision because it's not in a straight line. Probably about 30 feet. It's sort of corkscrewing its way down. Right.
Is there supposed to be a battle map for this one? Or some sort of
there will be in a sec.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. I was just checking because we were still on the Icewind Dale map.
Yeah, I just while you're all pretty much outside.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Okay, so Sharpie, you continue down. You go for about 60 feet in total. A bit hard to say exactly how deep you are because some of it's been on a bit of on an angle. But eventually, after about halfway through, you break through ice and it's now into rock. And whatever has burst its way out has dug through the rock to get out. And so it's sort of rough hewn. It's still pretty steep, so still a bit of a climb. For this second part, the dagger's not going to be much use, but you can have another athletics check, please. It's not acrobatics.
Okay, no worries. Basically, obviously, I'll describe what I'm seeing as I'm going down.
Yeah, sure.
Oof.
Oof. Okay.
That's possible.
everyone who's connected to Sharpie hears this oof, geez, bloody hell, and then oh, that hurts a little. And Sharpie, you just sort of tumble and scrape. It's not like a huge, big ordeal, but you take a bit of a bruising and land on your butt with 2 damage.
Yep.
You've come through the ceiling into a small 15 by 10 room with a hole in the roof. It's not at the roof, it's more the wall / roof, so coming in from an angle, and you've burst in and landed amongst a pile of rubble. The room is coated in frost. There's one door. It's flush with this. One thing that's odd is to get to the door, you're going to have to lift yourself about 4 feet off the ground, so it's above or just at the top of your head height, and this arched doorway goes all the way to the ceiling. There's also what seem like 2 odd stone, like a stalactites, attached to the ceiling, hanging down, and they look like 2 wizards, statues of wizards. The room is lit, and you can see upside down sconces in the walls, and there are blue arcane flames flickering enough to light up the room, and the flames more like a little cascade. They drip down from the sconce down to the floor rather than rising to the ceiling.
It's like a reverse gravity kind of situation.
Yeah. No, now that you think about it, you think it does look like you're standing on a ceiling.
All right, I'll describe what I'm seeing, and I'll try and get to the door and have a listen to the other side, see if I can open it.
Okay.
All quietly.
Okay, get you to do a perception check.
My rolls are going great. 14.
Okay. You don't hear anything, but in all the sort of snow and debris that's at your feet that you've landed on, you do notice that it's a bit spongy. And there's a little bit of fur showing through the snow where you're sitting.
Can I listen to the floor? Alive?
Yeah, you couldn't. You haven't heard. You haven't. It's not like you've heard any breathing or felt anything, but there's something odd and not a non-floor like that you're sitting on, and it's not just a pile of hard, sharp debris.
I'll let the other guys know, and while I try and open the door quietly, you guys might as well come down.
Okay. While you're doing that, whoever's coming next, can you roll a... Who's going to come down next before we roll any dice?
I will. Threads.
Okay, Threads, can you do an athletics check? We'll do run for the snow and for the ice, and then one to climb.
Oof, it's an 8.
Oh, okay, so the same thing happens to you. You lose your grip, and eventually it turns into a giant slippery slip and slide. Let's see. Okay, and you're going to land on your butt right next to Sharpie, taking 1 point of damage. Dawn sort of flies down after you and sort of lands on your shoulder, looking down at you with a curious expression. Can you roll a perception roll 2 for me? Meanwhile, is anyone coming next?
I'm gonna Jackus will tie a rope on Ice's body and just stand the rope down so I can like climb down on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to go straight after Thread, so while Jackus was tying that rope to Ice, I'm basically going to go down.
Okay. So this hole is a little bit tight for Ice if you're thinking of bringing your wolf down.
Oh no, he's my weight.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're tying a rope onto Ice while Moltel sort of strolls in and does a tin soldier, bit of a cannonball down the thing. Do you want to do a climbing check, Moltel? Or are you just tucking your knees in?
No, I'll do a check.
Okay, go for it. Threads, you've scraped a bit more snow away and it looks like you're sitting on a bit of a shaggy white carpet. There's a bit of blood there too.
Does it seem like a creature?
Yes.
A dead creature or an
Yes.
alive creature?
Yes. You've seen some wounds in the flesh, and it definitely doesn't seem alive. It's got a bit of sponginess, but you should now see everyone the new map that you're arriving at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
My athletics check there was 24 there, DM.
All right. So you muscle your way down and get into the chamber. Looking up above you, you see this skeleton. Sorry, Sharpie?
I was going to say, I'll tell if you can hold me up to have a look at this door, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay. Give him a boost.
Yeah, I'll give him a boost.
Okay, so while the top of the door reaches down to 4 foot, but the door knob itself would probably be, another 5 foot above that. So you need to get about 9 feet high. So, you can pretty easily stand on Moltel's shoulders and then reach it quite easily. You click open the door as Jackus. Can you do a climbing check? Athletics. Climbing is at disadvantage. No, it's stealth at disadvantage, I believe. With metal armor.
Yes, stealth at disadvantage in full plate armor.
Yeah. Okay. So you can have advantage for having the rope. Okay, so Jackus, you come down into the room as well. Threads, you're investigating this thing and brushing away a bit of the snow. It looks like there's just a light snow covering this grisly scene. There's a crag cat, like a snow shaggy tiger type creature, native of the north. And next to it, or underneath it, there's a dead young seal. The seal looks like it's been killed by the crag cat. It's got bite marks around its neck and a few claw marks as well on its belly. The crag cat looks like it's been killed by a large straight blade. And then
I relay this information to everyone else. Let them know it seems like there's something intelligent with a blade around here.
Sharpie, you get the door open. It's not locked. And it reveals a long passage, 5 foot wide passage. 10, 20, about 30 feet long. Odd looking staircase at the end. It looks like a slippery slide with a straight slide going down, but the roof is cut into steps. There's also 2 doors you can see. Both of them are upside down. There's 2 sconces in this passage as well, and the sconces point downwards, and so do the magical flames within them, lighting up the room. Again,
So the sconces are still on our roof, on the floor.
they're on the
They're on the side.
They're on the walls, yeah. Yeah, so that's what you can see from where you are. I'll just come back to Ash and Cletus. You guys are still shivering away in the dark night of the above. Are either of you coming down now?
Well, I can cast guidance on you, Cletus, and you can go first.
While we're waiting, can Cletus ritual cast alarm spell around the entrance?
Okay.
He doesn't want to know if anyone. He wants to know if anyone comes in after them. So it'll take him 10 minutes, and then he'll follow everyone down.
Okay.
With Ash's help, please.
All right.
You can use the rope tied
What?
around.
Great. So Cletus would go first
Okay.
with the rope and Ash's guidance.
So you can roll with guidance and with advantage.
Great. Just athletics, isn't
Athletics, yes.
it?
Hey,
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh man, hasn't lost it.
Okay, Cletus, you're down and in a happy place. Ash, you're the lone one up there. You're already past the alarm that Cletus had put in place, but you would need to do an athletics roll as well.
Okay, I'll guidance myself.
Okay. An advantage with the rope.
Yep.
Okay, the rope. Oh, hang on. 14. Okay, you get down okay as well. Maybe. Let me just check. Consult the oracle. Okay, no, it's not enough. You're going to slip, tumbling your way down, taking 3 damage on the way. Unceremoniously being spat out into the room. And you see Sharpie standing on a curved, upside down doorway. Most of you are tall enough that you can just peek over the top, past his boots, and see down a passageway going beyond. Sharpie?
Sharpie move up to the doors. Are they in the same position, so he's not going to be able to open them without being lifted up?
No, that's right. You won't be able to reach the doorknob.
Yeah, seeing that, I will go in after Sharpie.
Okay, you can move yourself down and give Sharpie the boost he needs. Okay, you can open that one pretty easily, Sharpie, with Moltel giving you a bit of a hoik. I'm just going to open the door for you. Okay. And you see a table upside down with a couple of broken legs off it. The room contains a shattered, jumbled equipment. Looks like there was 2 heavy wooden work tables, and they've, of all the stuff that was on top of them, the tables have landed on the stuff, crushing everything that was on the tables at one stage. One of the tables is on its side. So there's a lot of debris in the room. Again, this
stick his head in, look left and right.
Okay, this room is lit. A few cracks in the floor you can see. Anything else? Anyone else?
No, he just wants to have a look. look there, and then I think we're just going to go in close formation forward. So
Oh, there was. Sorry, you
So
might not,
take two less to open
might
this.
not have seen it when you're in there, but there was another door to your right when you poke your head through, just across here. Okay, you get a boost up to that door. Okay, that one opens up as well.
And since Cletus mentioned it, I'll just make sure I have a look to see if there's any sort of like magic runes or locks or potential traps before I
Yeah,
open.
okay. Get you roll an investigation on the door for me. Thanks.
It. 26.
Oh, okay. You don't detect any traps or any signs of arcane protections, or mechanical ones for that matter. You open the door, and it looks like it enters into a large room with a hole in the floor. There's again lots of debris in it, poking your eye, your head in. Yeah, it looks like once it might have been a small library. Tall bookshelves affixed to the walls, coming down from the ceiling about half the way to the floor. A large table on its side with one broken leg. A 5-foot wide tunnel, roughly the same size. Yes,
The table on the roof or on the floor, according to us.
The table's on the floor, on its side with a broken leg. Loads of books all over the place.
Alright, nifty. That ought to be worth a bunch.
You've just sort of stuck your head in the room at this stage.
Alright, Sharp, you'll walk into the room, just check out the place, have a look down the hole.
Okay, it looks quite similar to the one that you came through, that you fell through to get in here. The rubble from the tunnel is scattered around in a circle as if something's burst out from below. Most of the books look like they're ruined from time and moisture, rot. There's parts of some of the books are still intact. You don't know if there might be some that have survived the ages.
Alright guys, where do you want to go?
Moltel, you're close to
Down the stairs, down the hole?
The Moltel, the staircase looks to be completely choked with rubble.
Yeah, we won't be going down those stairs.
Jackus,
Can we collect
Jackus, from where you are, you can see the door going out of. There's a flat wall. You can see that generally the curved shape of the walls. If it's like the outer, and it's roughly about the same size as the spire above. So you've clearly come down underground and gone inside the same spire that you could see above.
I'll go inside and just check for anything interesting in the room.
I'm struggling to hear you there, Jackus.
I'm gonna go inside and see if there's anything interesting inside the room.
Okay, I'll get you to do an investigation on that room for me.
A 12.
Let's have a look. Whoops. Just been a bit hasty with my scrolling. Okay, there we go. 12. Rummaging around, kicking stuff over, moving things. You find an iron key.
Oh.
Curious.
This is the
and
key.
curious and non-rusty.
Does the key look like it opens this door? Or?
That door doesn't look like it's locked.
I'll proceed to check. Also,
Okay.
there's a key. There should be a chest somewhere.
Yeah, very looks like a curious key for maybe a curious chest. No key holding the door though. But it's a bit high. You could try and climb your way up to it because there's a door frame which forms a bit of a ledge.
Can't I go through the door?
Yeah, you have to climb up to it.
Sure. All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Can you do an athletics for me? Oh.
Nice.
Okay, natural 20. You get in there, open up the door. Opens into another small lit room, occupying one corner of the floor of this level.
What can I see?
Yeah, so the floor of this room is covered with shards of glass, and there's frozen pools of spilled fluid of various colours on the floor. There's the wreckage of 2 cabinets, so clearly it had some sort of lots of liquid in glass vials and things. In a niche in the far corner of the room, there's still a metal chest bolted to the ceiling. It looks like it's and its lid is closed. There is a lock, and the lock is hanging down towards you.
I'll do a psychic message to Sharpie and just tell him I found something here. Might need your help with.
Okay.
Alright, heading back.
I'll show Sharpie the key. I think this goes to that chest. I'm not sure. We can try.
How high is the ceiling up here?
Only about 12 feet to the ceiling. Nothing that you can just easily reach, but not huge either.
Do you need a hand?
Yeah, that'd probably be great. Thanks.
Wait. So is the chest is on the ceiling? Means it's facing downward?
Yes, it's facing downwards. So
Yep.
the lid is facing down towards you. The lock itself is hanging downwards. It's it's like a padlock, and it's it's bound in metal, and there are rivets, like pitons, anchoring it to the floor, like some people might do with their safe.
Oh, careful, because if once you open it, the whatever's inside might just
It's gonna fall out.
Yeah.
Hey, so, do I have room to grow large in here so I can hold Sharpie up to the ceiling?
Yeah. Yep. It's almost a 15 by 15 room.
Oh, that's the plan. I'll hold Sharpie up to that chest so he can carefully open it.
So if we just if Jackus just moves aside a little, you can boom up.
I'll try to catch whatever Sharpie's not able to catch.
Yeah. So you're like a cricketer being slip and ready to catch. Now, Moltel, you're not going to be catching anything. You're hanging onto Sharpie.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sharpie. Let's have a look.
Right, does it look like this key goes to that lock?
It does, and it actually fits in the hole, no problem.
Alright, I'll open it up. Well, so I'll open the lock and then hold the lid closed so that I can open it slowly.
Okay, yep. Okay. Yeah, it looks like, so it sounds like you hear a chink of glass against glass as the lid moves a little. You've got it unlocked. It's unlatched from the thing, and you're standing there being held by Moltel both of your hands are holding this iron and wooden door shut, but you can feel something rattling around in the lid of the chest.
So basically what I would do is have one hand holding it closed, open it up just slightly so I can get a second hand in and try and pull stuff out.
Okay, I'll give you a sleight of hand.
Alright, let's see if I can roll something reasonable. Oh, that's not bad. 21.
Okay, so you sort of open the chest up a bit, you reach in and you pull out a potion. A vial with clearly some sort of enchanted fluid. It's got a bit of a glow to it.
Alright, stick it into a pouch.
Okay.
Anything else in there?
Do another sleight of hand. You're sort of reaching in blind to try and feel around for something.
20.
Okay, you pull out another one. Different colour though. Green and blue so far.
Alright, does it feel like the whole chest is full of these things, or is it
No,
just like a cup?
there's only a few. There's only a handful rattling around in the lid.
Alright, well if there's not too many more, I should be able to open up a little bit more without them coming out.
Okay, try a sleight of hand.
14.
Let's see. Yep, you get a third one. Green. Was it green and blue? Oh, this one is red. Ooh,
Last one
tumbles out and falls to the ground. See if Jacques can do a dive and save it. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for you, Jacques? Okay, your safe hands snatches it just before it lands on the stone floor below, and you now have 4 glowing vials.
I was close.
All different.
Thanks, Jack.
There's nothing else in the chest.
Alright.
Threads, just want to check what you're up to. You're sort of down the... Are you about or just hanging out while they do this? And Ash as well.
Yeah, just keeping watch.
Okay.
Watch pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, after Sharpie telling Martel that there's nothing else in that chest, he would have shrunk down back to his normal size.
Alright. Okay, otherwise there's no other... Yeah, so Cletus sort of comes up and sees a chest upside down on the roof, and Sharpie's managed to open the lid, and together they managed to reach into the roof, the chest stapled to the roof, and pull out 4 potions.
Good job.
Red, green, blue, and...
Black.
Black. Do you want me to identify it?
if you can do it quickly,
I
sure.
can only do it one at a time. I can do it later.
Yeah. Do it
Yeah.
later.
Let's do it later.
Okay. Alright, where to from here?
I've pretty much only got that hole to investigate.
Okay.
Sharpie points into the other room over down
yeah.
to the bottom of the map.
So you get down into what looks like a ruined library. You're walking on books as you stomp through the place. Some of the books are soggy. You haven't really... It'd take a little while at least to have a rummage through.
Question, DM. Does this hole look like it's got light coming from it, or does it just look like a black hole?
Black hole.
I would like to grab one of the pieces of rubble around the thing and cast light on it, and then drop it down the hole to see how far it goes down.
Okay. It clatters and bangs. It's clearly not a smooth, round tunnel or anything. Eventually, after a few moments, it comes to a stop, and you can see a reflected glow. You can't see the actual light source, so it's off to one side or something. but it can't be too far down to get to wherever your rock has landed.
Listen carefully to see if there's any noise from down there now that we've tossed a thing.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything while they're investigating the hole?
Can Cletus pick one of the books up? You said it was soggy or like dirty, right? Can he use prestidigitation to be like clean it up?
Yeah, some of them appear like they're all fused together, and they're effectively rotten, so damaged, and not just a matter of cleaning them. But there's others that are in much better nick. Either they're covered over by the table and it landed on top of them, or something along those lines. You're certain that there might be some, there could be some books that are intact here, but it would just take a little bit of time to rummage through.
Okay. Ash, do you have the mending spell?
Afraid not.
Neither do I. Okay.
But we can start collecting the books. We can read them with magic.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tight squeeze in here. You can't all be investigating the hole.
Alright. Somebody want to lower Sharpie down on a rope?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a grappling hook
Okay.
you can use.
So am I right? So Sharpie, you're getting lowered down with the rope tied around you. Moltel's hanging onto it. Ash and Cletus, are you rummaging through books?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just move Ash into the room in that case. What about you, Jackus? And Threads?
I'm just gonna help Sharpie go down.
Okay, so there's two people hang on to it just in case. Okay, Sharpie, can you do a climbing check? Again, athletics with advantage because you've got the assistance. Oh, natural 20. Okay, I'll come back to you from what you find in a sec. Ash and Cletus, can you do an investigations for me?
14.
You find a book that has been somehow protected from the elements, and it's intact, and you can actually thumb through it.
Is it in common? Something I can read?
No, it's not in common. You'd need to be able to...
Ash rolled a 21. Oh, nice. Ash, here. I'll give it to you to look after. I can't read this.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay. You got a 21 on your investigation, Ash. You think that these books are written in Loros, which is a language of Netheril. You can't read it, like you're not fluent in it, but sometimes you can recognize a script and know what type of where it's from. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I plan to use comprehend languages at a later date to read them properly. Is there any way, like, with a 21, do any of these books stand out, or are they all just like
Okay, with your 21, you managed to find three intact books. After searching through the whole room.
Splendid.
Thumbing through the books, one of them has something that really strikes you. It's got a picture, because it's got pictures in it as well. So you're sitting there looking at the pictures, and it looks like there's a picture of the summer star, and there's a whole bunch of wizards around it doing some sort of incantation, but this summer star is 50 foot across. So it looks like...
Curious.
Yeah, so it looks like Macready's was onto something, but he was just, you know, aiming low. His prototype was something along the lines of what it looks like this cabal of wizards is doing some sort of ritual around an immense version of the Summer Star.
How old does this book look? Would I be able to get an idea?
With a history check. Or no, probably investigation actually.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Would Ash know by picking it up straight away?
His 21 was on trying to find books, not so much then
Finding the age. A 7.
Okay.
How old is this book?
Oh, old and mouldy.
Okay.
Ash, you can have a crack if you want to. And then I'll jump back to Sharpie and the rope gentleman. Oh, 3. No telling how old this might be.
That was my guidance.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what's that?
About 22.
Okay. So it's in the millennia bracket, not centuries. Okay. Sharpie, you are lowered down. Have you rolled your athletics? You have. You got a natural 20?
Yep.
Okay. So Sharpie disappears out of sight. Is still mentally connected with some of you. Sharpie, you were lowered into a room similar sort of size as the one that you're in. There's 2 doors that you can see. There's also another tunnel just offset from the one that you're in. Have come through in the floor of the room that you're in. To do so, you've had to go through natural rock. So it looks like this tower has broken up into multiple pieces. So you go through about, you know, between 10 and 15 foot of tower. And then there's, you know, a bit of loose rubble, and then you're into solid rock. And then you get into loose, not solid rock, but rubble. And then you come to a sort of angle section of the same purplish rock, and then you go down into this next section of tower, but it's clearly separated from the others. That it's broken into pieces. Okay, the room, also lit by the same sconces, contains 2 metal cages, both badly damaged. They're ruptured. Nearby there's 2 roughly dug tunnels, one in the ceiling obviously that you're coming through, one going through the floor that I mentioned. There's narrow windows along the side of this room. The windows are about halfway up, a little bit too tall for you to just stand there and look through. So it looks like they're sized for someone who's standing on the ceiling looking out. And but they would they give you just glimpses of earth peering through them as you sort of are lowered down. It looks as if this structure might have impaled itself into the ground, upside down. One of the cages has got, it looks like a carapace of some sort of 6 or 7 foot tall insect-like creature with arms and legs, almost humanoid shape.
6 to 7 foot, 8 foot tall insects with humanoid features.
Insect person, yeah. Bugman.
Right. Yeah, I'll just report up to Jackets what I've found, and just start, you know, listening at doorways and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
As
Okay. Do your perception, please.
do you want me to re-roll that, or use the
No, just take the
Damage,
first one. That's
sorry.
fine. That's fine.
Well, I get to re-roll the first one.
Oh, it was a natural one, was it? Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's fine. Okay, so you don't hear any more sounds. You can actually hear some sounds above you from the rest of the party. You hear Cletus and Ash saying, "Oh, there's some cool pictures in this book." Cletus, in your book, you see this odd picture of this. Looks like a worm floating with arms around its mouth, and it's in battle with a wizard of some sort. I'm just going to show this to you.
Is it a mind flayer? No?
No,
Okay.
Can you see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like wizards dressed in Netheril's garb, so similar to the pictures that you saw of the guys and the mages and sorceresses, in battle with some sort of very bizarre, spiky, floating worm thing with arms, no eyes.
What does Cletus know about the Netheril? Like, would he be able to recognize what's happening in here just by the picture?
You do a history check if you like.
Yes, please. A 20.
Oh, okay. So you would know that Netheril's, what I mentioned before, around the lost civilization of wizards, and a lot of the magic items that people get dug up and found. The reason why there's so much of them, so many of them, and wizards these days they're so hard to make, is because in that period it was a lot easier. Much more magic became much more easily to people. Yes, it's a lot harder to make permanent magic items now. This creature looks like it rings a bell of something you've heard of like an Underdark race that fought against the Netherese called Rime.
Farine?
Yeah. I'll paste the title into the chat. It sounds a little bit, Kalimshan sort of, or southern realms or desert sort of language, and they are reported to be very powerful creatures that can be encountered in the Anarok Desert, which was created with the destruction of Netheril. So there's a little picture. And I may have a picture for you too. Ash, there's the picture of the Summer Star big version.
Oh, Discord or?
No, it should show in the on screen.
Oh, there we go. It's come now.
Very
Yep.
big.
Yeah, okay.
As soon as Cletus saw the picture,
It's small.
can he take 11 minutes to cast locate animals and plants and see if a Farim is nearby while everybody else is doing their stuff?
Okay, I'm not sure that locate now animals. I'm just going to quickly check locate animals. I didn't need to click on it. Okay. Okay, so the description for locate animals or plants is name a specific kind of beast, and beast is like an animal from in our common language. So the type beasts are tigers, lions, bears, foxes, that sort of thing. Like druids.
It's Farim?
No, that would be a intelligent race.
Oh, okay.
Maybe an aberration or something like that, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you think plants or beasts as generally creatures that you'd find in our world. but it includes things like dinosaurs, and there's a few others that are still beasts, not abominations or dragons or aberrations or whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're wrong type of thing to find. So the reason we drew attention to that was because of Sharpie could hear you getting excited about what you could looking at your books. Sharpie.
So there's 2 doors in this room plus the hole, or is it just
Yes,
the one door?
There's 2 doors and the hole.
And same deal, they're all upside down.
Yes.
All right, I'll send up the people upstairs. May as well come down.
Come on down. Okay.
There's one insect in the cage, but I can't tell if it's alive or dead.
It's not moving.
Sharpie will not poke it.
Is anyone...
Just looking around the room here, is there a place where we could tie off this rope that looks strong enough? That's not.
Yeah, there's plenty of locations that you think would be okay to tie off on.
All right. Well,
There is another hole here that we might have to climb down.
it's all right, Sharpie. Oh, hang on. You're not communicating with me, but I'll tell Jacques to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I do have another coil of rope.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, we have rope Sharpie.
Okay.
And Jacques is gonna head down after Molto ties the rope.
Okay. Moltel, are you heading down straight away, or because you're the one tying off the rope, I presume?
After I've tied off the rope, absolutely, I'll be heading down.
Yeah. Or do your athletics with advantage. One way or another, you're going to be down. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, 22.
You tumble and twist and land very awkwardly, taking 6 damage.
Okay.
Jacques, do you want to do the same? Or slightly different?
That was me. I took the damage.
Oh, Jacques did the 12. Oh, okay. Moltel gets down. Jacques took the 6. Sorry, yep. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're both
I
going
got a
down.
22 on that one.
Yeah, okay. I was just looking at the numbers. What about you, Ash, Threads, and Cletus?
Ladies first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Advantage, right?
It is, yes.
Oh, that did not roll with advantage, but never mind. I think I did it.
Yeah, you're down, no problem. 16. Threads?
I've left Dawn to come get me if anybody comes down there, by the way.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll go down.
It's
as well.
okay. I have Cletus has the alarm spell at the front of the door.
Well, your alarm spell can't move.
No, he can't.
Okay.
Might as well.
Threads, roll your athletics. Advantage.
Oh god, and that one.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay, advantage.
you get a second roll.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Another that one.
okay, Threads, you tumble and twist and stick the upside down landing and take 3 damage. Cletus, you manage to climb your way down. Once
The
again,
old man is spry.
you find yourself in the room. It's got clearly you're looking at about half or about a third of the floor is occupied, and there's windows to look out of, but looking out onto just rubble, cracked rock. There's 2 doors and another tunnel going down. Metal cages.
Are you sure at this point you don't want me to send Dawn down there with me being able to look through her eyes with beast sense? I could do that.
Don't think she's very stealthy or very perceptive.
She's got both of those things?
That's her shtick.
Sharpie looked back.
Those are the two things she has proficiency in.
That's her raison d'etre.
Exactly. She's also pretty fast compared to most things. No takers.
Go ahead. Sure.
No one's saying yes. No one's saying no.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Okay. Well, okay. I whistle for Dawn to come join.
Okay.
And I
flies
touch
down.
her and I cast Beast Sense.
Ooh, okay. Yep. So Dawn flies down the hole. You can see through her eyes.
Yep.
She doesn't have dark vision, but I don't think.
She does have dark
Does she?
vision. I
That's
think.
60-foot dimension.
Oh wow. Okay. Even better.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. She comes down into a another odd-shaped room. Just and there's another hole in the floor near you. Let's see. I'll read you out a bit of a better description.
Also, she is trying to be stealthy. If you need me to make a stealth check.
Yeah, do a stealth check. In any case.
21.
Okay. There's a gap in the west wall. So you're in a sort of L-shaped room with two doors. Again, there's what look like tall, narrow windows peering through into rock. Looks like you're in a laboratory of some sort. The chamber appears to have been a wizard's lab, as evidenced by the upside down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls. There's shattered glass and alchemical equipment, eyes of newt and wing of bat and all that palaver that threads might recognise. Arcane symbols painted on what is now the ceiling. So looks like there's rituals been cast in here, but on the ceiling. Looks like there's a 5-foot passageway punched through the ceiling floor leading above it that you've come down, and there's also a partially exposed room because the wall has collapsed because whatever tunneled up from below tunneled straight where there was a supporting wall, so it actually broke through into 2 rooms. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
We just had some technical issues there.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yep.
I can hear you, but I think half of us disconnected or something.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, it might have been. We'll give it a second. Okay. So, threads. If you can hear me. Do you want to send Dawn or ask Dawn to go anywhere from here?
I relayed the information of what I can see. So, like, there's a door to the north, there's a door to the east, and there's a hole in the floor and stuff. And I asked the group which way they want to go.
And there's a doorway as well going through the west wall.
Yeah. Don't know if everybody can hear that.
That was weird. My Discord crashed, but it's back now. Fingers crossed it stays this way.
Okay.
I guess I'll just call down the hole and tell Dawn to keep going down.
Okay. Dawn. Oh, okay. You come down into a room. It looks, because of it, by the shape of it, it's about a quarter of the floor size, but it looks like each floor is a little bit smaller than the ones above. There's rusty tableware, shattered plates, so crockery and so on. Some broken chairs lie scattered on the floor. One overturned, one on one other side. Okay. Again, the room is lit. Dawn, you can hear something rustling around on the other side of this fallen table.
Can she see it?
You can move around to see it, and yeah, it looks like probably about a 4 foot long reptile of some sort with spikes all along its back. It's got many legs though, you know, like a centipede, but it's clearly a reptile of some sort. You should be able to see this in the Roll20 chat. It looks blue and it's got a stubby snout.
Would I, as Threads, know what that is?
You could roll a nature check to see if you recognise it. No,
I don't know.
No, 5. You don't recognise this creature. It's not natural. That's my very poor Scotty. What do you want to do, Threads?
I call down for her to come back up and go through the half, like the kind of crumbled away wall.
Yes. Okay.
Because there's only a door in that one room, right?
Yeah. Okay, you go through into a hemisphere shaped room, and there is a large, what looks like a sort of stone tabletop for rituals, like a shrine, maybe of religious significance, or for not for experiments, but more for but more clear. This is on the ceiling, attached to the ceiling above. There's an 8-pointed star carved into the eastern face of this stone altar. You can have a religion check to see if you recognise it.
Okay. I also describe it to anybody else, I guess, to see if they've heard of it.
So I'll give you a religion check and one
12.
One other person that it's been shared with. If anyone's got religion or decent intelligence, you could have a roll.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I got religion.
I think Ash is alive.
Okay, so Ash, you go for it.
Oh, why can't religion be in a wisdom stat?
Yeah. Oh, okay, 16.
Oh.
Okay, so Ash, you've definitely heard of this. The goddess of magic, Mistra, is known, and her symbol would be easily recognised. But this is a symbol of her predecessor, Mistral, also a god of magic, but the symbol of Mistral, which is from the time of Netheril, is the 8-pointed star. You also know that holy shrines to Mistral are rare places. often you know,
I,
rumoured to be places of wonder and mystery.
I share this with the group.
I informed the group that there's no like direct threat if we go to the next floor, at least before we go into any of the doors. There's like nothing in the main area.
Cool.
And I've described the creature I guess I saw on the bottom floor.
Okay, yeah.
Sharpwise get a nature roll.
Yeah, nature roll.
22.
You think that this is a basilisk, which is a reptile that is rumoured to be able to turn creatures to stone by simply looking at them.
All right. Do I know that if it has to see us, or we have to be able to see it?
You would have to see it.
All right. Let people know that. So if we're fighting that thing, it's blindfold time. Sharp pulls his blindfold over his eyes.
You think it's probably it needs to see you as well. You know, like you meet the gaze of a basilisk, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's on the level just below this one, in a different room?
No, down again from where you are, 2 floors below.
All right, yeah, cool.
Yeah, the hall continues down again after the next floor. So we're safe on the next floor at least. If we want to go down.
Okay. Is anyone coming down?
Might as well check out these rooms on this floor first, just in case.
Level 2, where you guys are? Is that what you mean? Sharpie?
Yeah, I mean, just where we all are, we might as well just check doors here.
And in the meantime, I'm going to be tying up off the rope onto the empty cage.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Because
So
I assume that looks strong enough for...
yeah, the cage is solid. Sharpie, which door? You've got 2. North or east?
The one... Let's try north.
Okay. I assume Moltel's tying off. I assume Jackus just gives you a bit of a boost up to the ledge and you open it up. Okay. Fairly uneventful.
So, is this place contains a mistral shrine, or is it just sort of like the art and stuff suggests that
Next floor down.
there's reverence?
You're only just hearing about the 7-pointed star relayed from Dawn to threads to you.
I see. Maybe it would be worth our time to investigate that.
Yeah.
Although we are here to rescue someone, I guess.
Sharpie, the room you're in, there's an upside down table in the middle of the room and there's books scattered about. Once again, clinging to the bowed outer wall is an upside down fireplace. Along that same wall is the window with nothing but hard-packed earth beyond.
All right, before he checks out any of the books, I mean, I'll call back to Ash to say more books here.
Yep.
And just go through and check out. Yeah, the other door is open.
Yeah, one door's open. It
Door
looks like it's fallen off its hinges as a result of the crash, and there's another door that's closed.
Might as well open up the door
that
that's
one's open as
closed.
well. Yep. Okay. So you go into a tiny little room where you poke your head around and have a look. Looks like a collapsed staircase. And loads of rubble, and you can see some skeletal legs poking out from under the rubble.
Human skeleton?
Yes. Judging by the feet.
I'll check it out.
Okay. Okay, you check it out. It's wearing very old, rotten robes of the same make and style as those Netherese pictures. Completely destroyed, not wearing any other gear. Curiously, it looks like it's missing a finger, which looks like it's been cut off, so not broken off in the fall.
Interesting. But nothing else remaining on it?
No.
Looks like found either the owner of the tower or at least one of the servants thereof.
Okay. And Cletus, you can see through the doorway to your west. Is a very goes into a very small room.
Did you say this room had books in it?
The one that you're in has books, yeah.
Anything that Cletus can salvage?
You can have a rummage around, and you find two that look like they are intact.
Great. There's some more books in here. There's 2 more.
The 2 of us can go check out the books.
Later on, yeah.
Is there anything of interest in that smaller room?
The small room's odd because when you go in there, you can't hear yourself. It looks like there's a broken armchair on the floor.
Can't hear myself.
No,
This
actually
is
you can't.
greatest. This place is great.
You can't hear anything.
I'll let Ash, Jackus, and Threads know psychically.
Okay. So there's a room.
Do I get a response psychically?
Yes, you do.
What's up?
There's a room that's been magically silent somehow. Can't call out for you. Doesn't seem there's anything here, but it is magically silenced. Sharpie will check it out.
Okay, I'm just poking a picture here. Check out Discord is probably the easiest because I'm just pasting a picture straight in there. So that gives you an idea of what it looks like. There's this pale blue glow from sconces going downwards. Icicles coming through the ceiling. And everything else looking upside down. Fireplaces and things on the roof and so on. Cletus, you've now got 5 books in total. All of a similar age. Where to from here? I think Dawn is still below. 1 floor below. Yep. With your beast sense threads, is it that you see through their eyes, or you hear what they hear, or what senses do you get from them with beast sense?
I can see through their eyes and hear what they hear.
Okay. So while all this is going on, searching through these rooms and so on, you can Threads hears a voice coming from the door to the north.
From where Dawn is?
Yeah, yeah.
What does the voice say or sound like?
It's a little muffled, but it sounds like it sounds conversational.
I immediately go, shh, shh. There's somebody talking down there.
Oh, we've got to obey down now, so Should we go down? See if they need help.
Have we go down quietly first?
Wait, hold on. Has this door been opened? Here?
No, it hasn't. But you can go and have a look, and it opens up to what would have been a circular staircase at one stage. On the ceiling is where the circular stairs are all cut, but most of it's all broken away and fallen down the central area that it makes, where the staircase spirals around. So it's choked with rubble.
Okay.
I can move that door for you. So you can see.
So you can't go down anymore from this floor via the staircase?
You can go about 10 feet down, but then it becomes choked with debris.
Okay.
Dawn, when when Dawn was flying down to the level below, it was somewhat offset. So she sort of flew down a tunnel that went down and then went across a little bit. So the discs that are, you know, like a spine that make up this shattered tower are a bit offset and a bit separated from one another.
Okay.
Sharpie, are you doing a stealth roll and a climbing check with advantage?
That seems like a good plan. Oh, my roll's going to reset as well. How weird. Is this athletics or acrobatics to get down? Can I use acrobatics?
Athletics.
17.
Okay, so you get your way down. How's your
26.
stealth? Okay, I'll just pop you into that floor. Zooming out a little. And you land. Plop.
And it was to the room to the north that had the noise, yeah?
Yes, or the room that Dawn heard, but you can't hear anything right now.
You'll go up and listen at it.
Okay.
So I can basically call up, can't hear or see anybody at the moment, but give me a second.
Okay, so do a perception roll for me. Listen at doors in old school talk.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay, natural 1.
26.
Turns into a 26. Okay. Sounds like you can hear a bit of ruffling of paper. Someone's got a page turner in there.
Is it possible, are there any cracks in the door or locks that I can see through?
No, it all looks pretty well made. And made by magic. So it's... yeah, no dodgy carpenters here.
Alright. Heads up, there is definitely somebody behind this room, and they seem to be just reading and talking to themselves.
Would be funny if we find... what's her name? Oh, I don't know. Cletus doesn't know. What's that girl we found in the sewers? In Carconig?
Avarice.
I know you're talking about, I can't... yeah.
Okay, anyone else coming down?
Yeah. Jackus.
Jackus.
Hello.
Do you want to roll me a... Are you going stealthy, Jackus?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, so it's a disadvantage stealth, advantage athletics. You get down there regardless.
Oh, check.
Okay, Jackus. You manage to rappel your way down without tumbling and so on, but you knock a bit of rubble and it sort of locks and rattles and so on. Sharpie, the pages you've stopped turning that you're listening to.
Psychic to Jackus and everybody up there. Whoever it is definitely heard us.
Yeah.
And Sharpie's just going to move to the side of this door.
Okay.
And back up against the wall so he's not obvious.
Okay.
I'll make my way down after Jacques.
Sure, okay. Let's have a look. Okay. The door opens, and Sharpie, you're stealthing in the corner there, I believe. Is that right? In that square?
Yep.
Just hiding right in the corner of the room by the door. The door opens and a head sticks out, and you can hear metal on metal. It sounds like Jacques walking around. And this sort of there's a bit of a stomp, and Jacques, this knight type creature dressed in armor meets your gaze. It's got metal armor and a sword in hand.
Okay.
You think that it's seen you, Sharpie. You don't think that it has seen you.
I'll take out my hammer then.
You take out your hammer, and the creature sort of seems to look off to one side, and you hear footsteps, and this guy looks his head around the corner. He's wearing robes, and the knight sort of steps through, and the guy with robes comes through behind. He's got a book in his hand. He says, "Oh, newcomers! Oh, fantastic! Oh, I would never have thought we'd see here. Quintus, out the way!" And he sort of gestures to his knight type guy, and he comes through, and he steps in.
Are you hostile or friendly?
Well, I generally start off friendly, and we work our way where it needs to go. What about you, good sir?
All right. Well, if you're friendly, I can be friendly.
Okay. Maltel, can you roll your stealth, please? Oh, you've already done it?
Yes, I've done that. 15 is my stealth, 26 is my athletics.
Okay. So he watches you stealthily rappel from the ceiling and land ninja-like on the floor next to Jacques. Anybody else making their way down? Who's next? Just so I know. All the level 2ers up there. Dawn, you're Dawn, you see everything that's going on here. You can relay it to the others who don't have Sharpie connections, because Dawn's in the other room.
Cletus isn't stealthing; he's just hopping down.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to just do your athletics with advantage?
Yep, a 19.
Okay. All right. So I'm moving you down. Threads. I heard you say something, but I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to kind of spy on what's happening and listen in, and then if things develop, then I'll decide whether I'll go down or not.
Things develop. That's a good way of saying it. What about you, Ash?
I'll go down with them.
Okay. All right. So while Ash and Cletus are coming down, there's a bit more chance for a bit of interaction. What's Las Lantamia is my name. Good sirs, you are? Jacques, Mortel is gesturing at you guys.
Oh, sorry. What did they say?
He's introduced his name as Las Lantamia.
Oh, I'm Jacques, and this is my party. Cletus, Mortel.
There seems to be a lot of you. It's a bit of a tight squeeze.
Indeed. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, sorry. I think I've got this wrong. What have I got here? Oh, sorry. My name's Zan. I've got a wrong. DZA. Yeah, that's better.
Zan.
Yeah.
Z-A-N?
DZAAN.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Edgy.
Okay.
And this is my bodyguard, Quintus.
What does Wintus actually look like? He's like a human orc?
Well, he's dressed in full armour, but his skin is all taut and stretched and dry and crackled to his face.
I'll cast Divine Sense.
He's undead.
Okay. I'll just message that to... I'll cyclically message that to Sharpie.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharpie will pass it on.
Okay, pass it down the line.
I rolled a 2 for athletics
Oh,
to
okay.
join the group.
Uh-oh. Ash, you're gonna take a little bit of a bruising to 6 damage. But you're with the party.
Well, Ash distracts everybody.
Yep.
Sharpie is just going to try and duck behind him and just have a look at the room they're in.
Ooh, okay. Can you do another stealth check for me?
23.
Okay.
Bump that one.
You believe he hasn't noticed
28.
you? Yeah, you're gonna. Okay. You find yourself in a private study, like a wizard's study, and it looks like it's set up with a bit of a sleeping mat and so on. Bit of food wrappers, small cook stove, stuff like that. So, what brings you all here? What? I'll give of the group that are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, including Sharpie and Dawn for that matter. Whoever's got the highest investigation can have a roll.
Sharpie.
That's
Sharpie.
not gonna be me.
Does anyone else have investigation?
Nope.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, well, Sharpie, have a crack.
26.
Okay. So, interestingly, you recognise this guy. When you were in East Haven and you saw some wanted posters, a red wizard that was rumoured to have killed a party of adventurers, and he was executed for his crimes. If you remember, there was a wizard who was burned at the stake. In East Haven. And
I remember that, but
and
I
you
didn't remember the name.
And you saw the name, and you also saw a sketch. It was like a wanted poster that was from before the time when he was caught and executed. And this guy looks identical to him.
Hmm. Well, interesting. I definitely passed that one on to Jackus and Ash and Threads.
Okay.
This guy's... I mean, the wanted criminal is supposed to be dead, but this guy is a dead ringer for him.
Yeah.
Did we get a name of that guy?
Zan. DZAAN. Same name that this guy introduced himself as.
Alright, same name too. Looks like this guy must have escaped execution somehow.
Okay. So, yes, I've actually, I'm in a bit of a conundrum here. I've come here to seeking some arcane wonders that come with Netheril, but unfortunately I'm unable to trigger it, and I'm hoping you might be able to help me out actually.
What did you want to do happen?
Well, there's some magic further below, but I can't trigger it, and I need another type of creature, a person, to switch it on for me. You know, sometimes you have to do something, kick off an experiment, and you need someone else to pull the lever for you. I need a lever puller.
Okay. What does that magic do?
Oh, it'll just help me to live. Help me to leave this place.
Leave? What do you mean? How long have you been here?
I've been here for weeks now. My master left me here.
Your master?
Hmm.
How have you survived this? You've been trapped. Can't you just go back up? I don't understand.
I've been commanded to stay, and I must obey my master, unfortunately. But there is a potential here for me to sever my link with my master, and I can be on my way, be a free-willed being.
And your master is who?
Oh, Dazan the wizard. But he's out wandering about above.
Aren't you Dazan? I thought you just introduced yourself as Dazan.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm Dazan's creation, his simulacrum.
What does that mean to the party or to Clitus?
A copy.
A clone?
Like a clone. But Zan had created me and had me do his bidding, and I'm bound to him. But I'm seeking. I want to be a real person.
Incredible.
I was constructed of snow and shadow stuff. But I can't sleep. Food is tasteless.
What do you want us to do in the lower level?
Well, that's the thing with this tower. This is a tower broken off from a city, and each of all the wonderful wizards of Netheril had far great magics, and at the top of the tower, which of course is now right down the bottom, is a device that can make illusions permanent. And I am but an illusion of a person. He sort of looks off dramatically.
Why don't you send your bodyguard down there? He can help you.
Oh, well, Quintus was fine when he was more alive than he is now. But he's succumbed to time and age and the elements, and he's still stuck to his guns though. He's still stuck to his oath to guard his master, and his master's last words were to guard me, luckily. But not being a living creature, he can't switch the thing on. I guess I'm nothing more than a construct.
Well, why don't we trade information? We have some information on your master. Why don't you tell us what you found here?
Well,
what are you guiding? What are you?
I'm not guarding anything. This is probably a place to stay and hole up away from the elements, where my master left me and his bodyguard when he went off on his quest, looking for the lost city of Netheril.
Does that ring a bell for Clitus, the lost city of Netheril?
Well,
What is he?
well, you know, the Netherese didn't just live in cities the way modern folk do. That they had cities that could move around. They flew. And I guess the rumour that's brought all these mages north is that the city has been not located as such, but there's all indications is that one of these Netherese cities is somewhere in the in this region. And here, this spire is evidence. Imagine them being sort of crown-shaped cities, so a big disc with a city, and ringing it is a wall, much like a crown, with spires just like the spikes of a crown. And this is just one of those towers that is snapped off. And I guess the penny drops that you did see above, I think you rolled a natural 20, Sharpie, that it looked like there was a rough piece of stone on the edge of this tower above. And I think I described it as it looked like something was attached to it, but now the way he's describing it, it's more like this tower was attached to something else a lot bigger.
Interesting. I just like you to mention to the other people. I don't think helping this guy's a good idea, though.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah. In what way? What are you?
Does he have a
What are you trying to?
any sinister, ulterior motives?
Okay, do an insight check. Just try and see if there's anything hidden behind what he's saying. You can see the picture I'm showing you of the floating city. That's just more what I've been describing. Not necessarily the actual city that you're looking for, but...
Dirty 20.
Oof, okay, alright. Ash, you don't feel like there's anything that he's hiding from you. He seems genuine, and that he's just wanting to become a flesh and blood human. There's not any deception about what he's saying that you can tell.
So what are you gonna do once you're flesh and blood?
Well, I haven't really thought about it, but I'm not that interested in traipsing around in the snow. I think...
Yeah, that makes a whole bunch of us. Not saying that out loud.
Yeah,
just like-
okay. Yeah.
What's in it for us if we help you?
Oh, well, you'll have done a good deed. Not sure what else. I guess if it works on me as a test case, you might be able to make your own illusions real.
What's the thing down there called? What's the is it like a stone? A magic item? What is it?
Just jumping down. It's sort of like runes on the floor, but they're on the ceiling, of course. They're on the walls as well, and so it's like a chamber that is it detects as transmutation magic.
Is it the same? The way he describes it, is it the same as the ruin that we saw in the other room
No.
where it was silent?
No, different room.
Okay. Do we want to? This is Cletus whispering. Do we want to tell him about his master?
I trust him. I think we should.
Was that a yes, Ash?
Yes, I I don't think he's lying. I think he is exactly what he says he is.
Well then,
So, is his master the person that died and that we were thinking to rescue? Is that what
no.
happened?
No, he'd executed before we ever got there.
Yeah.
Well, as you're very forthcoming with information, as I said, this is a trade. We have some information on your master. It seems like he might have been been on the wrong side of the law, and I think he might have been executed. Maybe that's why he hasn't come back for you. Would you know any reason why he would be wanted, or if he had any enemies?
He sort of goes quiet for a bit, and it looks like he's being introspective. It's a bit of a shock. He looks a bit, frantic for a moment, like and stunned. The knight next to him sort of shifts from foot to foot, also looking a bit very uncertain, but looks back to Zan the snowman, and he says, "Oh my goodness, this is even more of an opportunity. If anything, I'm fully fully reliant on my master. This is even more important now that I become real, so that I can become independent." It doesn't seem like he's going to shed a tear.
Will your body degrade?
Doesn't seem like he's going to shed a tear.
He hasn't answered my question.
What?
Does he have any idea why his master would have been wanted?
Oh, yeah. No, I guess these wizards not necessarily always on the moral side of affairs, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that the common folk might have not appreciated his actions. I don't know specifically what. So anyway, let's head down.
Ask the simulacrum. Is your body in danger of degrading if your master can't help you, or will you be able to?
Yes, I would be stuck in this state, but like I can't. It'd be like a state of
stasis?
Unable to. No, not so much status, but I wouldn't be able to heal, so I wouldn't be able to benefit from. That's why I can't sleep. So I would just continue my existence, but if I stub my toe, that's not going to heal. Simulacrums are generally kept in status as a backup for their creator, but I guess Zan kept me around, thinking if I fell down a hole and turned into a pile of slush, then he'd just create me again. He was that sort of person.
Sounds like you should stay at the back then, just to be safe.
That's a good idea. Quintus will look after me though. He sort of looks across. That's almost a question to Quintus, and Quintus sort of pauses for a moment and then gives a slight nod as a yes.
Well, there is one slight problem to get to the bottom. I'm out of rope. Does anyone have rope that we can?
I have. I still have a grappling hook with a rope.
We tied that off at the first level.
No, it's just the one rope.
Oh, so we've got some rope then.
Threads. You're experiencing the the sounds, sounds and sight of threads of Dawn, and you feel like Dawn's feeling something in the room that she's in, and there's a bit of a pulse of arcane might emanating from this altar to Mistral, and it flares over this time and washes across the whole room that Dawn is in, and Dawn is sort of bathed in, Fantastic Four, like bathed in this ancient Mistral, divine, magical power. The others outside don't feel a thing and don't see a thing. It's like an invisible force, but Dawn definitely feels it, and of course you feel it through Dawn.
I would like to psychically tell Sharpie about this.
Okay.
Sharpie will be puzzled, like, what's happened? I see nothing.
I don't know. But
Get Dawn out of there.
I don't know. Does it feel like? Does it feel? I don't know. What's the word? Malignant.
No, it doesn't feel damaging. Well, I guess it's like being exposed to radiation or something, but it's magic.
But so it doesn't seem to be trying to do Dawn any sort of harm or anything.
No.
Seems pretty cool to me, Sharpie.
Well, she's your familiar.
Yep, she is.
Just pass it on to the other members of the group and just say there's something possibly happening with that altar in the next room.
Okay.
Ash, did you want to check the altar out?
Yes, alright. Does anyone have Detect Magic? Ooh, I have it. I have Detect Magic.
Okay.
I can... I just cast it as a spell, then do you not want to spend the 10 minutes?
Dawn, you are sitting there waiting patiently, but your mind, being a eagle, is thinking on tasting salmon that you might have fished out from a river far to the south, and a salmon appears in front of you.
Oh, Sharpie, did you see the salmon?
Now that you mentioned it, no.
There was so... Oh my god. I guess Dawn is eating it.
Sharpie's in a different room, but Jacus and Maltel, you can hear a bit of feathers rustling and so on, and you can see this eagle, this white eagle, Dawn, in the middle of this room next to you, and there's this salmon flapping in front of it.
I can't... Like, Sharpie has to tell them, right? I can't communicate with them, can I?
No.
Correct, yeah.
But somehow Dawn's got a salmon.
I think that magic's working.
The problem for Dawn is she goes to grab it and her foot goes straight through it. It's like an illusion.
Sharpie, I think it creates illusions of whatever you want the most. Or what you want in that moment. Like, Dawn wanted a salmon.
So basically it's the ancient Netherese equivalent of just jerk trolling.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, those ancient Netherese, the worst.
So everyone's pausing and looking like they're thinking about things deeply, but shall we...
I cast detect magic as a ritual and then investigate the altar.
Okay. The altar is radiating no magic. Neither is the room.
Oh. Alright. Doesn't seem to be magic.
Zan, what's behind this door?
The salmon.
Have you?
The salmon is radiating an illusion magic. Sorry, you were saying something, Cletus? Missed it.
He's asking Zane what's behind this door, if he knows.
Oh, that's a broken staircase. It's full of rubble.
Oh.
Where is the altar here?
Yes.
Oh.
It's marked on the diagram there, but that's actually an altar on the ceiling.
I assume while they were doing the look around at the altar and stuff, that I would have found a spot to tie off a rope.
Yeah, you got the rope tied off and it goes down the hole.
Then I'll go down there.
Wait. Be careful.
Don't forget the
Yeah, be
basilisk.
careful.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Got to roll your athletics, Martel, with advantage because you got the rope. Oh, easy.
Yeah, 26.
So you rappel down the rope, land at the bottom, and this lizard comes scurrying out from under the table and looks at you. And you have to roll initiative. I'm just clearing turns.
Oh no, Immortal, are you the only one down there?
Okay,
Didn't you hear him? Apparently you'll be fine.
Rough. That is so rough.
Okay. So I'll get everyone to roll their initiatives, put themselves in, and it's 10 o'clock. Let's have a coffee break after that, but we'll get the turn order sorted. A rat appears at Dawn's feet as well, and the salmon blinks out.
I wanted to go ahead and check the altar out.
Yeah, okay. We'll do it on initiative.
Yeah, alright.
What am I doing here? Okay.
That's officially the worst initiative I've ever rolled in D&D.
Okay, so you should see a health bar. You should see the basilisk. And I'll be back in 5.
Yep. Scene 5.
Okay. Okay. I'm back, coffee in hand.
I'm here.
Okay.
Sharpie's here.
Importantly, what have we got? Motel.
Yeah, I never left.
Okay.
I am here.
Great. Okay. All right. I'm just sorting the initiative order. Okay. Threads. You know that Moltel has gone down, so it's just down, 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 down. Eventually, the rope stops moving. Anything you want to do? We may not have Threads with us yet.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can. Yep.
Yeah, I said there's no way for me to know that something bad is happening
No,
to Moltel, right?
Realistically, it's probably not going to be until Moltel acts. But you might start doing something that's not round by round, you know, searching for things or whatever. What about you, Sharky?
Any interesting books that the wizard might have been working on, or is it just living stuff?
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look.
I mean, he's had actually probably a couple of rounds to just do a quick run of
Yeah, there are books in here.
While they've been talking.
So it looks like he's collected a few books that are intact. So probably done the same thing as you guys and found a few. So yeah, there's a stack of 4 books on the desk.
So you'll pop all 4 into the bag of holding.
Yeah, okay.
And then move back over here. Ooh.
Okay. Who's next?
And he's going to move back into the corner. I just can't do it right at the moment.
Ash Louise?
Yep.
What are you up to?
I will stay with the simulacrum.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, he keeps rabbiting onto you. At the lowest level of this inverted tower, my creator found a chamber, turns illusions into reality. The life spark of a living creature is needed to activate its power, and as a creation of snow I cannot. I have no life spark of my own, and my poor departed bodyguard here is of no help. Let's get going.
Psychically, are we seriously considering helping this thing?
Well, I mean, he's not evil. He just wants to be human, but I'm concerned about this life spark that he says he needs.
Moltel. This lizard crawls up over the table on its 8 legs, hisses at you, and you look across at it, and its eyes flash with a flash of blue, and you feel your feet plant to the ground. You've got a stable stance ready, but it's becoming more stable as we go. You need to roll a saving throw. Constitution.
Okay. You're asking a fighter to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I pass with that.
Okay. It also rushes over to you and has a bite.
He can certainly try.
Yeah, it only hits armor class 16, so I don't think that's going to get through your armor, is it?
Nope.
Okay, so he's chomping away at you. This is a medium-sized monstrosity, so its maw is pretty decent, probably better than any weapon that you could think of, and its teeth are dripping with venom as well. Now that you can see it close up, and it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm going to burn with my radiant consumption and then do an action surge to attack it.
Okay. Where you go? Roll to hit. Oh, what does the burn do? It takes damage on each turn, isn't it?
Yes, but on a hit, it also takes radiant damage from me.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
So, first attack, 25 to hit.
Okay, hits easily.
$14 damage total.
Okay. Second attack.
18 to hit.
That also hits. Another big thump. What are you using, by the way? Glaive?
Battle axe.
Okay. Oh, because you got your shield, right?
Yes, that is correct. 17 damage. And could I get you to make a strength saving throw, please?
Okay.
Of 15, please.
Oh, it passes. Is this for the manacles?
Yes, but it still takes 9 fire damage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that turn now? Jackus.
Just reading up on radiant consumption. One moment.
Isn't it just once per turn?
Oh yeah, and at the end of my turn, it takes 3 radiant damage.
Right, so did you do radiant consumption damage already this round?
Yeah, it's all the time damage.
It's one on one attack.
And
just
at the end,
right?
no, every attack I do. And at the end of my turn, it takes extra damage.
Yeah, because you're sort of emanating radiance as well.
Yes.
Oh, it says once on each of your turns. I think. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong?
Once per long rest as an action, you can radiate bright light 10-foot radius and 10-foot and dim light for 20 foot for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action. Once a turn, an attack or a spell deals 6 radiant extra damage. So
once
add 6 to its health pool. But
Okay.
at the end of your turns, all creatures within 10 feet of you, including you, take 3 in radiant damage.
Yeah, okay.
I take half because it's
Radiant.
radiant.
Yep.
So
Okay, so you do some damage to it with your hit, and then at the end of your turn you do a little bit as well, including because it's consumption, so it slightly consumes you as well. Okay.
I mean, what I was asking was, but did you do the 6 damage on each of your attacks, or just
Oh, he's
one?
put that back. It's one attack. He did it on both.
yeah, it's one attack. I did say to put it back on there, so it's all good. It's sorted out.
Jackus, what are you going to do?
All right. Well, I was gonna inspect the altar, do an investigation on the altar.
Okay, it's about 12 foot up, but you can see the 9-pointed star that was conveyed to the party through dawn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
Is there like any checks or rolls that I need to do?
No. Oh, you can do an investigation. Okay. Well, you might have felt that you should have. What's also, it's almost odd that you're not feeling any sort of magical or religious sense. So it's almost as if this is a to you this is a fake altar. You
Okay.
get no religious or arcane senses from this. Certainly nothing that Threads might have described to via Sharpie to the party.
Okay.
Threads.
Yeah, I decided that nothing bad seems to be happening, so I'm at least going to come down to the next level where most of the party are.
Okay. Now, when you're doing your beast sense, you don't have any senses of your own. So, you would need to...
Okay, I use my action to turn, not to like finish the spell, but to return to my normal senses.
Okay. Alright. So
Can I do that? Or does it just end?
It might just end, but for the purposes of this, I think it's probably not going to matter. You can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. No, so yeah, you can flip backwards and forwards from the basis of that.
Okay, well, I think I'll just end the spell because, you know, I'm just going to be on the same place as her anyway. So
Yeah, okay.
I'll turn it off and make my way down.
Okay.
Athletics check?
Yeah, athletics with advantage. Okay.
21.
Where are you? Oh, you're a level above, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so you spend your turn getting down to level 3, and you drop next to Cletus. So, just from your giving you a bit of information on your around Dawn, you get a sense that Dawn has the ability to cast the minor illusion cantrip.
The eagle.
Yeah.
The eagle is casting minor illusion. That's so good.
It's yeah. So it's a at-will cantrip, and Dawn was just accidentally doing it while idly thinking about things. Sharpie.
Can I ask her to do something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I like say to Dawn, think about I don't know. Think about rabbits just to test it out and see if it happens.
Yeah, okay. And Dawn goes on your action, and normally the creatures, you know, it can only attack as a bonus action using of yours. But for the purposes of this, instead of doing its bonus action to attack, or I think you can dash, and there's a couple of a shorter list of what your beast companion can do. She creates an illusion of a rabbit.
Oh my god, so cool. That's my turn.
Yes. Okay, Sharpie.
Sharpie really doesn't have much idea what's going on.
Yeah.
No, these guys are still talking, so he's basically just waiting hidden.
Okay. Cletus.
Can Cletus hear?
Stunner?
Yeah, Cletus. Cletus is after Ash. He missed a turn because his initiative wasn't in.
Oh, I see.
But it's okay.
Right, I see. We started with Ash, I guess. Okay, yeah. All right. So I'll go Ash.
Do I know that we're fighting something?
No, it's too far down. You can't really hear any sounds.
Okay. Well, if I don't know there's a combat, I will just keep talking to the simulacrum, I guess.
Yep. Okay.
I will go.
Oh yeah.
Do you know there's a shrine to Mistral here? Have you seen it?
Yes, we've seen it, but it appears inactive.
Might be. I'm a cleric of Selune, now Lathander. Maybe I could try and, reconnect or rekindle the shrine. Perhaps it's a long shot, but since we're here,
Sounds good to me. But I think we need to get down to the trigger this illusion thing first.
okay. That's me done.
With a hiss, this basilisk eyes you off again, Maltel. You need to do another Constitution saving throw. You save. Well done. With a 14. Again, it tries to bite you. Oh, a natural 20. Happy day.
Yeah, that would definitely hit.
Okay, so it's going to do... 5, 12. So 15, 20, 21 damage. The poison is just straight damage, so that's doubled on a crit as well. It just gets the one bite, but Cletus, you're up.
He's gonna yell down, Martel! What's happening? Is it safe?
You can't hear anything, but the rope is now slack. Anything beyond the calling out?
No, Cletus will just hold an action. If he sees a monster come up out of the hole, he'll attack it.
Okay.
With his, magic.
Okay. Moltel.
I'm just gonna smack with my battle axe.
Okay. It's very badly injured from the first hits you did.
12 to hit.
12 is a miss. It's still got tough hide and thick scales. Second attack.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
16 damage.
Okay. Now it's very badly injured. You do a massive blow, but it's still alive.
Plus 3.
End of your turn, the radiant consumption goes off.
Yep.
Is that the 3?
Yep, that's the 3.
Okay. You burn it to a crisp with your arcane consumption, taking, I think, 1 yourself or 2 yourself, and it dies.
So that's combat over then.
Combat's over.
Yeah, I'll go to the rope and basically tug on it twice to tell them that it's safe.
Okay. You see the rope twitch, got everyone up the top. Stan says, "Go, Quintus. Lead the way." Quintus goes over to the rope. Whoops. Yep, and again. Okay, and Moltel, you are joined by Quintus. Zan says, "So, does anyone else want to go, or shall I go now?"
I'll go. I've got, I said that there was something down there, and he went down there anyway, so I better go check he's okay.
Okay.
Threads goes ahead.
Roll your athletics with advantage.
21 again.
You get down easily. And land in the room. Hey, Moltel, what are you? Oh, you're on top of Quintus. Alright. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll go down. What do I have to roll?
Advantage athletics.
No.
This looks like an area that might have been used for meals. Threads, you see the Ash, you make it down there, so I'll move you down. Yes, you Threads, the creature that you saw through Dove through Dawn's eyes. Where are you? Oh, you list. Oh, where are you, Ash? Oh, there you are. Okay, so you get down. Yeah, the basilisk is dead. few burns, but mostly axe wounds due to Moltel's new battle axe and shield style. There's one door in this room if anyone's carrying on, but otherwise...
I'll go.
Okay.
Can I see if I hear anything before I open the door?
Roll a perception.
$20.
Okay. You do not hear anything on the other side of the door. No untoward smells or sounds or anything like that. And opening the door, it opens up into a passage.
Okay, I step through.
Okay. Long passage with 3 doors going off.
I look back at the zombie guy and say, do you know which door we're supposed to be going through?
You hear this "ah" from above, and Zan comes tumbling and landing with a thump. Takes 3 damage. He gets up and dusts himself off. The knight points, comes in, goes in behind you and points down the passage, indicating that...
Cletus jumps down. Also behind. Yep.
Yeah,
after
okay.
Zan.
Cletus, you're down. You get down, no problem, with a 19 and a 20 climbing.
I ask, do you know if there's anything dangerous in here that we need to be
Oh,
like
no,
aware
no,
of?
Been in there before, I'll show you. Give it a click. Sharpie, you and Jackals are the only ones left up in the top. You can't hear the others once they vanish.
If once those 2 strangers of a abandoned ship or gone down the hole, Sharpie's just going to have a thorough investigation of this area here before it goes down.
Can you roll investigation for me? Oh, okay.
26.
You find an amulet.
Where do I find it? So,
Just
I'll search the entire floor.
Amongst the belongings on the table.
Alright, stick it in his pack.
Okay. Threads, you opening up the door?
He said he'd show me. Is he not gonna do it?
Oh yeah, he'll open up the door. Yeah.
I look through but don't step inside yet.
Okay, Quintus goes and just takes up a sort of ready, on guard type position, not aggressive or anything, but it looks like it's just sort of standing there like a beefeater by the door. Okay, you look into this room, Threads.
Yep.
The walls of the chamber are inscribed with interconnected runes and marred with cracks. What now is the ceiling bears the similar inscriptions that swirl inwards, converging around a golden crystal disc. It's 5 feet in diameter, but on the ceiling.
What is that? I call into the room at him.
That I think is the device that can make illusions real, shadows substance. And as you're standing there looking,
And how exactly does it do that?
an illusory figure appears upside down in the far corner of the room, you know, like a Obi-Wan type ghost. Yeah, it's sort of transparent, and it's standing on the ceiling. It looks like the same wizard depicted in those statues you saw either side of the entrance when you came and it begins speaking in a strange language. Looks like it sounds like you're hearing a little pre-recorded message.
Do I know what language it is?
No.
Is it the language that the books are written in?
You're not sure because now you're hearing it spoken. But Zan says it looks as the guy speaks. He speaks each phrase after him, translating. Behold, he says, my masterpiece. Yeah, definitely that. Here can illusions be made real, shadows, substance, create your illusion, let it stand atop the crystal disc, and watch my rune chamber do its work. My rune chamber, so I guess this guy, this powerful mage created this wonder. And Zan goes and, stands underneath the disc.
Cletus, are you going
Yeah.
in? Alright, I go in too.
Okay. You should be able to move yourselves.
I also whisper for Dawn, whistle for Dawn, by the way,
Okay.
to fly down.
Alright. I'll just bring Dawn down. Oh yeah, there she is. You can move her to where you want her to be. So yes, he stands beneath the crystal disc, and as he does, the disc gives off a soft golden light. He sort of gestures out to you, Threads. Here, I need the spark of life to trigger it. And he reaches out his hand to you.
Can I insight check him? I feel like he's gonna, like...
Yeah, roll your insight. Insight. Maltel, you're looking
24?
through the yeah, okay. He believes what he's telling you. He's not. You don't believe that he is deceiving you or trying to hide. He does sound a little bit uncertain.
I kind of reach forward a little bit to show him that I'm kind of willing, but I ask him, how does it work? Will I have to trade my life to give you yours?
I wouldn't expect so if this has been done many times in the past, but yeah, I don't think it's.
All right.
This is turning an illusion real, not. This is not necromantic magic.
Okay, and I grab his hand.
Okay, he does a fist bump, holds his knuckles.
Great.
Okay. Let us see. Can you roll percentage dice, please, Threads?
A D100.
Yeah.
$45.
Okay, he looks at you with a smile, a hopeful yet trepidatious look on his face as he meets your eyes, and he starts to change, and he becomes. Well, he was solid before, but he seems to somehow change in his demeanour, and he grins from ear to ear. It's done, it's done. I'm becoming real, I'm becoming real. And in a flash of a moment, his face seems to sort of become smooth and slide off his skull, and beneath is just this sort of black primordial goo, and it sort of his whole form sort of starts to pull in, and into itself, and then it multiplies and grows. Finally, he sort of collapses in a heap of black ichor, and not like a disintegrator or anything, but he just sort of loses all form and becomes this sort of black puddle. And
What did I do?
Just as this happens, his face changes to a to a look of horror.
What happened? What did I do to you?
And Dazan is replaced.
Oh.
Who just ran away?
Hey, Malta, come back here.
Motel.
Okay.
So how's it going down there, guys? You're right.
It's
Well,
it's giving off this.
I am not surprised.
It's giving off this sort of pitiful whimper and wail. You can sort of see Dazan-like shape within, but it's amorphous and enormous, and it rises up. You can see that it seems to be giving off this black ichor that almost eats away the stone beneath it. Threads and everyone else, can you roll initiative?
oh my god.
The closest thing I can...
Well, that's how the Thread's making all the men melt at her feet.
Oh. Chain magic.
Okay.
Sorry, I just have to reconnect.
Yeah, no worries. Just we're just doing initiatives. So, everyone in?
I'm rolling now, but I can't see the initiative table yet. Hang on.
Yeah, you're in, Ash. You're all good.
Okie doke. Descending. Threads. You're right there. What do you want to do?
Thread's kind of like, oh god, what is it? And I guess she attacks it.
Okay.
1 second.
way? What with?
It hasn't attacked us yet.
It's looking like.
Does it
it's-
seem to
no,
be?
It looks like it's rearing up in an aggressive way, and it's forming these pseudopods of black ichor.
Can I just... does Dawn seem to still be able to cast illusions?
Yeah, you can do a minor illusion. You can ask Dawn to do a minor illusion. I mean, after your action, though, not before it.
Yeah, yeah. I was just, I was just wondering. Yeah, so I'm gonna attack with my short swords.
Okay. So you withdraw both short swords. Are you casting a spell?
Okay, with my
bonus
last
action,
spell
isn't it?
slot,
Yeah.
I'll cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I will cast Favored Foe. My Favored Foe,
Oh yeah.
1. my my ranger feature.
Yeah. Okay. That gives you a plus d6, I think, once around.
Yes.
It's like the poor person's budget hunter's mark, but it's free. Doesn't
Yeah.
cost a
So I go to hit
Okay.
with my.
first shot.
Oh, and that one, so I miss.
Oh, okay. So it goops off to one side. With your second attack, with that same hand.
Is that a bonus action?
If
No,
you
never
use your
mind.
left
Yeah,
hand,
yeah,
it's a
yeah. I
bonus
do
action.
offhand.
Yeah. But you get 2 attacks with your right.
15.
It hits.
It's a 2. It's just 2 because I don't add my thing, do I? If it's offhand, what do I not add?
Oh,
You don't add your strength to damage, your dex to damage.
Yeah, so it's just a 2.
Plus a D4 for your favorite foe, right?
yeah, favoured foe will,
Oh, yeah,
will
D6.
kick in now.
So that will be 7 points of damage.
Okay, so you do 7 points of damage to it. And you find when you pull your sword out that it's pitted and being eaten by acid. And from here on, it's so badly damaged that it'll get -1 to its damage rolls.
Okay.
Now you've still got a second attack with your right hand.
Okay.
You're gonna attack it.
Can I not?
You can not attack it.
Can I not do it? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
You can always not attack.
move here. Gonna move here and basically shout to Mortel we need backup.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. It goes. It rears up. Attacks at you with a pseudopod that it forms. Hits some class 15. Does that hit?
No.
Oh, so you dodge off to the side.
AC 16.
Yeah. Okay. So just misses. And that is all it can do. Moltel, Quintus. Where are you, Quintus? There he is. He draws his longsword and attacks you. He's using it two-handed, and it hits armor class 22.
That just hits me.
And he does 5 damage.
Oh no. He's turned on us.
After hitting you, he then lifts his foot and kicks you with a 21. Does that hit?
No.
Okay, so you dodge aside. And that's his turn. Ash Louise, you see Quintus attack Mortel from the other side, the end of the passage.
I'll jog up 10 feet. If I use my Sphere of Twilight, does it go around walls? Because it's a 30-foot sphere around me.
I'm not sure what it is. You have to
Does it?
Post it into the chat or something. What's it called?
Sure.
Is it a spell?
Twilight Sanctuary. There we go.
It's a channel divinity.
Yes.
Where is it?
I put it in chat.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. As an
Yeah,
action,
there's
present a holy symbol,
there's nothing saying about that.
of twilight. Yeah, the sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, and is filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you. Last 1 minute. Pudding. Yep, that's no problem. I'll assume that it can go off through the doorway.
As an action, I will cast my Twilight Sphere.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon on Quintus.
Okay, roll a hit roll for Quintus.
Oh, I didn't have Spiritual Weapon prepared, and I didn't have a long rest, so I don't have it.
Yep. Okay then.
Never mind. I will just give myself some temp HP.
Okay. Maltel.
I'm going to smack this undead thing in front of me then.
Okay. Roll to hit. Tell me what class you hit.
15.
Okay, 15's a hit. Well, it's dressed like a knight. It's not fully encased, or it's poor quality stuff.
6 damage.
Okay. Ooh.
21 to hit.
With your 6
4.
with your 6 damage, it seems as if your weapon is not doing doing about half to him. He's resistant to the attacks of your weapon.
That's fine. Because he takes another 8 damage, halved to 4 then.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a bonus action, Second Wind.
Okay. What's that, giving you hit points back?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Sharpie.
Alright, he's not going to bother climbing, he's basically just going to toboggan straight down that hole.
Okay. 1 point of damage, but just landing prone. There you are. No, you're in the room. You can hear a big battle going on down the passage.
Alright, so using his dash, so down is in south, down?
Oh no, just down through this doorway here.
I give Moltel 10 temp HP.
Alright, so bonus action to dash through there, that's including what I had left and standing up and so forth.
Okay.
And the only thing you can see is Quintus beating on Moltel, so he's going to throw a Psychic Blade at it.
Okay.
$22.
22 hits. Does full damage.
A great roll, 15.
Alright, pretty badly injured from that. Now, Ash, just check up your... Oh, we actually had your divinity up there, didn't we? Whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere... Alright, so Sharpie, when you finish your turn, you'll get some hit points from Ash. Some temporary hit points. Now Ash, when you get your temporary hit points, remember the temporary hit points don't stack with the ones that you start the day with.
Yep.
Because of your blessing of Lathander. Jackus, you're the last one.
Jump down.
Okay. 15 foot. A fall, doing 2 damage.
Okay.
You end up prone there.
I'll use my half movement to stand up. I think I have 5 feet left.
You do. So you can dash off to be just behind Sharpie through the doorway there.
And I don't see anything, so...
No. Cletus, you're in the room there to your horror, and you see this... The thing rise up and... aggress threads. What do you want to do? Cletus?
Oh, so sorry. It's fine. Cletus is going to point his hand out. And Thread's gonna see water coming out of his hands, and where he's pointing, you're gonna see a water-like creature pop out next to him, and then he's gonna use his bonus action to attack the glob that's in front of him.
Yep. So this watery tentacle-shaped creature comes out of the ground and attacks the blob. Roll to hit.
For 11 to hit.
11 hits.
11 hits. Oh, okay. It wasn't. For 6 damage, and for his action, Cletus is gonna disengage, and he's just gonna book out of there.
Okay.
10, 20, 30. Okay.
Alright.
And that's his action done.
Okay. Threads.
Can I see down the corridor at all?
You can stick your head around the corner.
Aren't on the map. Okay, I face step away very quickly.
Okay, so the only spot you can really go to would be this one here.
Yep, that's fine. And I'm gonna shoot at Quintus.
Okay. For all the people who are doing ranged to hit rolls, he's pretty hard to hit, so he's getting not full cover, but a lot of cover from the human-sized creatures in the way. But yep, still go for it.
17?
17's a hit regardless.
Or 14 damage.
Okay, and this is a magic bow, so it does full damage. The arrow.
Oh, nice. And one more.
Yep. Oh yeah, second attack.
Again, 17 to hit.
Yes, okay, Reaper.
For 8 damage.
Yes. Oh, damn this guy. I just thought, hang on, he should be immune to necrotic, but he's not. Okay. How much is that in total from that second hit?
Yeah, 8.
8 is not enough to kill him, but he's very badly injured. He's got
bonus action, I get Dawn to claw at him.
Oh, wasn't the bonus action the face step?
Yes, it was. You are correct. So I don't do that. That's my turn.
Alright. This blob moves and attacks Moltel. Missing. Easily you dodge out of the way, Moltel. This guy the Quintus goes. He lets go of his sword with one of his hands and reaches out trying to grasp you. Moltel. You're copping it all. Well, lucky you're the one with the super. Oh, I'm class 23. And it does 3 points of damage, but as it's necrotic, which are you resistant to that?
I am resistant to necrotic.
Okay, so you're going to take 2, I believe.
Yeah, with my radiant consumption, if it's been on a odd number like 3, I go up and then halve it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fine.
So
okay.
2.
2 damage, and can you roll a Constitution saving throw? Okay.
Yeah.
He's trying to drain your life force, and you manage to muscle through, and then he misses you with the sword. Ash Louise.
As a free or bonus action, can I pass Moltel my mace?
Yeah, you can hand Moltel the mace.
Oh, do I know that the blob is dissolving people's weapons?
Yeah.
I'll tell my mace, and then as an action, cast Moonbeam on Krintas.
Okay. So I'll assume Moltel, if it doesn't cost anything for you, if it'd be a free action for you to take Ashes. Ash is the one sacrificing an action.
But I'm holding a battle axe, so
Yep, you would need to drop the battle axe.
sheath that.
Switch to the mace.
Either sheath that or yeah.
That's okay. I'll drop it near you then. I'll just toss it like behind you or something. I'll go like, use this.
Okay.
Oh.
And Quintus has to make a DC 14 con save.
Quintus collapses in a heap, dead, destroyed.
Oh, something like this.
Well done. Moltel, you've got your axe in hand and a mace rolling it in at your feet.
As a free action, could I sheath my axe
You can
on my hip?
You can drop the axe at your feet and take up the mace as a free action.
Then I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to smack the thing in front of me.
Okay, roll to hit. How'd you go?
8 to hit.
That hits.
7 damage.
Okay. And your mace starts to corrode. It will do -1 damage for your second attack if you hit. Go for it.
5 damage. Because I hit with a 12.
Okay.
So yes, 5 damage.
And is that you done?
Then I'm just going to back into this corner here.
Okay.
Yes, it can take an opportunity attack on me because I'm going behind a thing out of its combat range.
It strikes at you.
How's it out of his combat range?
Because he's just before the door and I'm stepping 5 feet away from the door.
Alright, hits armor class 23.
Yeah, that would hit me.
And just the bludgeoning damage alone is going to do 6 damage. But then it also, after it leaves you, doing 23 acid damage.
I see Mortel get hit, and that Cletus is going to use his reaction from his water tentacle to reduce that damage by 3.
Okay. So the tentacle lashes out and absorbs some of that damage from you. This pseudopod that flaps over you and covers you in this acidic ichor partly dissolves your armor, such that your armor class is 1 worse. Sharpie. That's its only action though. Sharpie?
Right, so Sharpie's going to bonus action aim, and then he's going to ready an action to throw a blade, psychic blade at as soon as this thing comes out of you.
If you see it, yep, no worries. Jackus?
Can I move into Sharpie's space?
No.
Huh? Oh?
You can move through it, but you can't sort of stop in it.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Yeah.
space. There's space. You can go in.
Okay. Would I be able to go up to here?
Yeah, you can. Excuse me, coming through. Jackus on the way.
But don't go there!
Well, okay, so Sharpie says no.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast Spiritual Weapon
Yep.
over here.
Okay.
Hold on. Would that make it in range? So big.
Now that is a spiritual weapon.
Would that be in range of anyone?
You can only
Can
attack
move it.
creatures you can't see anything to attack at this stage. At least you've got it cast.
Alright, so can I hold an action for it to attack if it gets into range?
Yeah, but only if you can see that it can attack. So you're probably not going to get a shot this round, but now you've used your bonus action to get it cast, so it's there for...
Okay. Alright.
Cletus?
So, can I use my bonus action to move my tentacle monster down and attack, even though I can't see the monster from where I'm standing?
No, you can't. Now that you can see it.
Okay, I'll just get out of the way. I'm just gonna get out of the way, and that's my turn.
Threads, you can't see it either, but you can ready an action if you want or move.
It's not worth moving up. Yeah, I'll just wait for it to come around the corner, hopefully.
Okay.
Ready in action.
Okay, so you notch an arrow and you've got it sitting there waiting for this creature to show itself, and you'll get one arrow off if it does. On its turn, it does, and it goes amorphous and just oozes through this hole, filling up the space. And as soon as that happens, Sharpie, you were first with a readied action, so go for it with your sneak attack.
That'll be a 20.
Alright, you hit it. Doing psychic damage to the ooze wizard.
Oh, yeah. 15 damage again.
15. Okay. It's a bit hard to tell how this health is looking, but it seems to be sort of losing some of its consistency. It's noticeable now. Threads, you had an arrow notched as well.
Yep, do I have to do it at disadvantage because he's right up next to me?
No, you can roll normally. There's only one creature between you and it, and you're right at its back. So, okay, Reaper.
Okay, 26.
Roll your damage.
Total damage.
How much in total?
13.
Okay. All right, and the arrows that you're shooting here are lost. They're consumed by the creature's acidic thing. But that's what happens when it moves in, and then it attacks you, Ash. Hitting armor class 22. Armor class 22.
Yes, but it also moves into the area of my spell. No, I'll do that. Should I resolve that now at my turn?
I don't know.
The moonbeam.
Yeah, you have to have a look at your moonbeam, but I'll just roll my damage regardless from the hit. Where are we? Okay, so the bludgeoning damage is 7. And the acid is 24. And your armor as well is reduced 1 armor class worse due to the acid covering it. You've got damaged armor.
Okay. Yes, so Moltel and the creature would both have to make... How big is one square? Is it 10 foot or 5
One square
foot?
on here is 5.
Okay, so yeah, Moltel would have been in the area of the
Okay.
moonbeam as well.
And when does the
Just
moon
realised.
go off?
When they start their turn in it or when they enter it.
Oh, yeah.
So I entered it, so
Yeah.
Just roll your damage once, and it just can apply to both Montel and it.
Yeah. It's only 6, so
Okay.
DC 14 conclave.
And it's all radiant damage, so Molto really doesn't care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he cares a little less. Okay.
Oh my dear.
Montel.
I actually failed a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Wow.
Man,
The only way he could.
that 3 damage is just going to eat you for the rest of your life.
Okay. Ash, anything else this turn? The pudding is reared up, it's formed a pillar, and the bulk of the creature, 3/4 of it is in the other room, and it's just oozing through a portion to slap at you.
I'll have to make a con save to keep concentrating. Hang on.
Jackus, I'm okay for you to have an opportunity attack now. You said you were reading an action and you couldn't really see, but you're right at the door, so there's nothing stopping you from just peering down now that you can see it. And both you and your weapon, you can see both of them to do your reaction.
Okay.
As an action, I will move my moonbeam so that it's up into the room, and so it's only striking the creature.
Okay.
It's 8
Although
damage.
Okay. Oof.
myself 12 temp hit points, so that's good.
Yeah, okay. Jackus, your spiritual weapon, what type of damage does it do?
Force.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Alright. We'll move on to Moltel.
I'm going to take the dodge action,
Okay.
and that's pretty much my turn.
Okay. Sharpie.
Fling a blade.
Okay.
No aim this time. 15?
Yeah, 15 hits.
19 damage, and I'll fling an offhand one as well.
Is it psychic or piercing?
That's only 10 though to hit.
Okay. Is that you done, Sharpie?
Sorry, did 10 hit?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, no, you mean 10, you hit unclass 10 is a miss.
Right, Sharpie is then just moving back so Checklist can get in.
Yeah, okay. Jackus.
I'll go in.
Yep.
And where's the creature? Is it here?
No, it's in this square here where the where your weapon is. So your weapon is floating above.
Alright, so I'll take my bonus action first to attack with my spirit
Okay, go for it.
weapon.
Yep. Class 24
That's-
hits.
6 force damage. And will I be able to throw 2 javelins?
You can, but it'll be a bit harder to hit, that's all. I'll adjust its armor class and I'll tell you if you hit.
I'll throw 2 javelins.
Okay.
15 and 17.
Both of them hit.
It's 11 piercing total.
Okay, it's still alive, but there's
And then
leaking black pudding everywhere.
move back out.
Okay, Cletus.
Cletus will, seeing this room now, he's going to come in.
Yep.
And he's going to use his Eldritch Blast. He'll shoot 2 of them
Okay. Roll.
at 28 to hit and another 28 to hit.
Okay. Both of
So
them hit.
that'll be 7. 7 plus 9 damage.
Mm.
16 damage.
Yep.
And now that he can see the monster, can he use his bonus action to get his water monster to attack?
Yeah, so the water, the tentacle comes through, occupies a square that you can see both the tentacle and the creature. And
okay, great. So the tentacle will hit for 23 and for 5 cold damage.
Okay.
And then Cletus will just hop out again.
Okay, so your
tentacle
of the deeps kills the thing, and it flops into a leaky black sack. And the 2 Eldritch Blasts, of course. And then you step back and take a bow.
Nice.
What happened, Threads? What? I saw it, but I don't understand. What happened?
If you don't understand, I don't understand any more than you understand.
What happened to Mr. Simulacrum?
That was him.
Alright, so amazing magic thing didn't work well?
No.
Oh.
Shocking.
Go back into the room with Dawn. And I ask her to think of something like a rabbit.
Okay.
To get her to cast Minor Illusion.
I want to see this.
Okay. Yep, so as you go in, this image of a wizard appears and says the same spell. Put your illusion under my magical disc and it shall become real.
Yep, so does a rabbit appear?
Dawn creates the illusion of a rabbit underneath the disc.
Does she have... Ooh. Cletus is interested now.
And I guess I touch the illusion of the rabbit.
You go and touch the rabbit, and can you roll percentile dice, please?
Oh no, is the rabbit going to turn?
91.
Okay. The rabbit that you could sort of pass your hand through becomes a real rabbit and hops over and hides behind your foot.
Wow.
Gotta catch him all.
Anybody want to eat some rabbit?
Cletus will step up. He's gonna cast Minor Illusion, and he's gonna imagine some magic ink on his table.
Okay.
Just a magic ink.
Okay, so you've got Minor Illusion as well as a cantrip?
Yes. Yep, I do.
Okay. So an illusion of some magic ink appears underneath this thing. And then what? You're gonna go and touch.
Is it real?
You go. Well, it's not real yet. Threads went over and touched the illusion first.
You need to touch it. You need to touch
Cletus
it.
will touch it.
Okay. Can you roll percentage dice?
Oh. A 90.
Wow. You couldn't have made like flawless gems or something, Cletus?
Good. He has his priorities, okay?
A 300 gold piece diamond.
Would have been nice.
Okay. The ink becomes real, and you can pick it up and put it in your sack.
How much worth is it? Because Cletus wants to use it later on.
Okay.
Chest full of coins, maybe?
No, he's gone. He's done. He's got his ink. He's finished.
Does anybody need anything?
If you can imagine a magical weapon.
I don't know. I guess
or
you're
a
gonna
magical
have to
suit of
become
plate mail
limited
is
by
actually
what?
that Mortel needs.
Yeah.
You're limited by what Dawn can imagine, though.
Yeah. Minor Illusion is what you're...
Is there anything left of the simulacrum?
No.
There's nothing left.
There's black goo on the floor. So Minor Illusion, this is the limits of it. You create a sound. If you create an image of an object, such as a chair or footprints or a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, smell, or sensory, physical interaction, Yeah, so it's an illusion. It's a visual illusion of something that fits in a 5-foot cube.
Well, 5-foot chest full of gold
Can
pieces.
Dawn imagine that though?
She's seen that before.
Does she want to imagine it? Like she's a
Yeah.
bird, you know.
What if it
She's
turns
also like not.
blue again?
And suddenly you're in the possession of a chest full of rabbits.
She says, "I created something better than gold. Rabbits." So what are you asking?
What will you name your money question? Oh, sorry. I was asking if there was any like remains of the simulacrum
Yes.
apart from like acidic black goo.
No, only goo.
Can I stick like a finger in the goo and see if it starts dissolving my gauntlet and then pull it out quickly if it does?
Yeah, it's losing its potency very quickly, but it does give you a slight tingle, so it's definitely acidic.
I see.
I'll repair the damaged armor tonight on our rest.
I'm gonna
Oh.
ask her to do some rations. Some rations.
It's probably more rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know,
Do you?
yeah.
Would you really want to eat something conjured by this thing, which turned our simulacrum friend into a goo monster?
Yeah,
I can conjure goo, you know. It's a spell that I can do. We don't have to resort to this.
yeah, but that rabbit looks pretty good.
Don't. What if we get another goo?
Yeah, but it'll be a small goo.
Will it? Will it now?
No, do it, Fred.
I speak in Sylvan so nobody understands, and ask Dawn to get some imagine some rations of rabbit rations.
As in game or
Like literally, like rations
okay.
that I could take home.
Okay. Yep, so Dawn thinks of a big stack of rations, like a 5-foot cube of it, filling up the area.
Nice.
Can you roll your percentage dice? Okay.
87?
The
Is that high enough?
The rations become real.
Oh my god.
Yay! How many are there?
Probably 100 days worth.
Oh,
Oh.
Sharpie!
What have you
Sharpie,
done?
go and get your bag and hold it.
Like fuck, I'm walking in that room.
Anybody else?
I will scoop up armloads of rations and try and carry them over
Yeah.
to Sharpie.
Sharpie will start stuffing him in his bag.
Okay.
Like, it's like rations, ink, a rabbit, still no flawless gems. She grumbles as she just loads rations into a bag.
5 cubic feet of rations or 5 cubic feet of platinum. Okay.
You had a chest of gold.
Do you want a diamond?
Would be nice.
Alright, my last thing, I'm gonna ask for a diamond. Worth 300
Notice where the rest of the party are.
I can't see you. I assume you've gone very far away.
Yes.
Okay. What are you asking Dawn to imagine?
Ash, do you have any diamonds on you that you can show her that she can think about?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll show her my 300 gold diamond.
About this, I say to
I
her.
thought you lost all of those.
No, I came back with all my equipment.
Oh, fair enough, cool.
So yeah, you've
Just
got a diamond that you
Get
can
her to
show.
make a big pile of them.
You've got a diamond that you can show Dawn. And what are you asking?
I have a 500 jet. I have a 500 gold diamond. I'll show her that one.
Okay.
I ask her to think of that.
Okay.
Glass.
Threads, percentage dice, please.
72!
Okay. This flawless 500 gold piece value diamond appears.
Oh. Is this what gambling feels like? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I just wanted some rations and a rabbit.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty incredible that they could build something that can make anything become real. I don't doubt that they could build an artificial sun if they really wanted to, like that picture.
We're limited by our ability to create bigger. We can't create bigger illusions, right?
Yeah,
Unless someone gets major illusion.
whatever can fit underneath the dome, the disc.
Still incredible. Should we not push our luck any further? We may have to.
What are you thinking about, Ash?
No, I'm thinking we should. Are we done here? Should we go look for the shrine, or do we go have a rest?
Let's go back up and check out that shrine.
How much is Cletus's magic ink worth?
Is this for the purposes of scribing spells and things?
Yeah, maybe it might be like an unlimited ink well.
Yeah.
It's like a 5 foot ring.
No,
It's a big jar. Ink. It's a mayonnaise jar,
Yes.
magic ink.
it's not Costco ink.
Oh.
Yeah. That's true, mayonnaise.
Yeah. Don't know.
Sharpie's climbing back up out of the hole.
We'll have to value it later.
Okay.
So everyone jumps up to the next, back up to this area here, where the Mistral shrine was.
Jackus will jump up all the way to the first floor.
Yeah, okay.
Check on ice.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you make your way out, Jackus, just to check up on ice. Anyone else doing anything specific in here?
While
Investigating
everyone's
the shrine?
investigating, can Cletus stay downstairs and cast a ritual cast identifier on the disc? He wants to know what you have to roll to get a success.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you stay there and cast ritual identifier. Anybody else? Sharpie, you were investigating this
Red
room.
is
The shrine, yep.
enthusiastically hoping that she'll get the same thing as Dawn.
You go
Standing
in
in the area.
You go in there and you're not detecting any. You're not having any religious epiphany. Nothing like what you felt through Dawn's eyes.
Maybe it was limited to one creature? Guys, I don't know.
Same for you, Sharpie. You don't sense anything. It just seems like it's a derelict room that used to be consecrated to Mistral.
Yeah. Nothing else of interest in the room, just the
No,
shrine?
it's pretty clear, actually. There's a bit of rubble and cracks and things, but that's it.
I guess the main thing Mortel will be looking through the rooms for is any scraps of metal
Right.
to help repair armor.
Yeah.
Montel, are you sure you don't want Dawn to think about some nice breastplate armor, you know?
No. not after facing that horrible thing.
Look, it'll be okay, because you'll summon the armor, then it'll turn into a black pudding, damage the armor.
Yeah, no. I'm going to take my chances in repairing my current armor, thank you.
Is your axe damaged, Moltel? I can't remember. You hit it with your axe, didn't you?
No, it was mace.
Mace. The mace is damaged, and both Ash and my armor is damaged.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it was Threads' short swords.
I think what I missed with one, unless it like just I don't know.
That's right.
Would you say that
you
it
hit with
did?
one, you missed with the other, and then you elected not to attack again with the other ones because you didn't want to have that one damaged. So one of your short swords is damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of luck, though, that black pudding is completely immune to slashing weapons. They just move straight through it. But by switching to the mace and using piercing weapons like arrows, short swords, and javelins, you're able to pierce the sack of goo and pop it. Yeah, so you've had a thorough search through. I think you've pretty much been in every room in any case and did investigations and so on as you went. So that'll give you time to either identify things and also to cast, I think it was read magic or comprehend languages or something to read those books. Cletus, you were doing identify on the disc. You don't get how good or bad it is, but you do know that it's faulty and damaged because of the cracks through the walls. So some of the runes that are on the walls and the ceiling or floor originally have got lines through them and they're slightly off. So you imagine that maybe previously it always worked flawlessly, but now there's a chance of it malfunctioning, which is, I guess, what happened to poor Dazan.
If it's cracks there, can Cletus still copy down all the ruins in his book? Just for so he remembers it.
You furiously take as many notes as you can of the different things,
and then he's happy, and then he'll come up.
Okay.
Was the 500 gold gem that Dawn created? Is that a real gem?
It seems it to you. Don't you? You can't distinguish it from your other one.
Okay, I'll put that in the equipment.
Anything else you want to do down here, or shall I go to loot?
Let's get out.
Jackus has been up.
I want to.
Do we want to stay here for the night?
I would. Yeah, I would like to go.
Yep,
Stay.
I think that would be wise.
The alarm spell's still there, so it should be okay.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, we'll go out and feed the animals.
Yep.
Make sure they've got a place to rest.
Are you gonna? They don't. It's out in the open out there. You probably could, with a squeeze, get the ice through. You know, a large-sized creature can still fit through a small-sized passage, but there's a chance of taking the d6 damage from the slide.
Chance of getting all the dogs down here is pretty miserable.
So what are the dogs all going to do up outside? If you're assuming you're taking a long rest.
I think so.
I mean, I could hang out with the dogs and set up a tent out there with that shield.
Sharpie's going to have to go up and do a snow cave or something for the owl.
Threads will go up and cuddle with the owl bear.
Okay. Alright, so I assume some of you head up so that you can take care of the dogs, and others just take a long rest and do identifiers and comprehend languages and stuff down in one of the rooms?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Ash, can you check on this amulet, see if it's magic?
Sure, I can cast. Well, Cletus can ritually identify it, but I can cast detect magic.
Yeah, I mean, just cast detect magic, that way we know
Radiates
if it's
magic.
actually something worth.
Yeah, it radiates magic. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll have a stroll around the library as well, like if we can still access it, and see if I missed anything that shines with magic. But I believe we gathered 4 intact books in the Netheril
five.
language.
And then
Okay.
Sharpie has a few more.
Sharpie picked up 4 more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the amulet is a shield guardian amulet, so it's like a control amulet for a metal construct servant. So if you can find the shield guardian that it's paired with, then you would have a, you know, functioning robo servant. But there's no evidence of where the shield guardian itself might be. It doesn't
Somewhere in the tower,
yeah,
buried
it doesn't
deep.
have any value by itself. Let's see. As far as books, potions. So the potions were potions of resistance for different types of damage. I'll post them in. I'll post all this stuff into the chat here. Potions of acid resistance, cold resistance, fire resistance, and force resistance.
Would have been nice to know about the potion of acid.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Next time.
The 3 books from the first room, from the Upside Down Library, one of them is The Magical Wonders of Netheril. This book is a collection of interviews with Netherese archmages who discuss their studies of ancient elven magic and the creation of mythalars. And mythalars is the summer star, is a miniature version of one. Including sketches, which is the picture I showed. The second book is called Mysteries of the Farim. The book sheds light on the Farim, the telepathic funnel-shaped monsters of malevolent intellect that lurk in the Underdark, with some sketches in them. Third book is Wizards in the Hollow. The birth of the Netherese Empire is chronicled in this otherwise dull plotting story about the lives of 3 fairly boring Netherese wizards. But, you know, the book might hold value to a collector, I guess. In the apprentice's room, there was 2 books that were salvageable. A breezy, light-hearted treatise on illusion magic, and describes many clever ways to use common illusion spells. And another one, The Unfettered Mind, a lunatic text describing how one might exist solely as a disembodied brain. And so researchers, Netherese researchers, looking to transcend by basically having their brain and their body separated, and then the brain could be housed in a much better, stronger, faster, more powerful new body. And you get the idea that might be some sort of suit of armour or construct of some sort. So you could be an archmage, but in a buffed up body. There's sketches of brains in jars awaiting a suitable construct to be made for them.
Brains in jars?
Yes. Let's see. There was 2 others. Amulet, I already mentioned, but the Shield Guardian Amulet. Here we go. Books that you got from Dazan. The Lost Scrolls of Sabril, written in Elvish, a scholarly tome, copies and analyses fragments of 8 Elvish scrolls. Behind a Sun Elf wizard who taught magic to the cloud giants of Ostoria. What it seems brought the Netherese to the Icewind Dale region was they themselves were looking for relics from the, at that stage, lost empire of Ostoria, which is 40,000 years old. So there's always someone older than your empire. From Shadow Substance, a speculative work about how one might harness the weave to turn an illusory object into a real object, with commentary and criticism from other noteworthy Netherese illusionists. Here Lies the King, so that's a comment on what you found below. This elaborately plotted novel feature about illusionist who uses magic to impersonate a prince, so it's a fiction. And Ventacost. Conspiracy theories and testimonials piecing together the events leading up to the destruction of a Netherese city. 2,000 years before the fall of the city that you're, the tower that you're in now. I think I've pasted all of those into the chat, so you should have those. So some of those might be useful, but that's what they are. So some history books. And you're taking a long rest?
Yes, yeah.
Yep, okay. So you managed to get through a long rest uninterrupted, and everyone goes up to 7th level.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
And so, while we're here, I'm just going to drag you over so you can see. So this is what the tower would have looked like as when it was attached to the side of a city, flying through the skies. Can you see that on the screen?
Yep.
Wow.
And if I drag you all back over to... and this is where you've just been. But so quite a long way underground. So you can see this little tower that you saw with the broken off bit at the top. Like an iceberg, the bulk of it was underneath. So 7th level, which means Jacques, are you now doing battle maneuvers?
No, that's at 3rd level, I think.
Not yet.
Just one. I have one from my fighting style. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, not the stuff you've been practicing with all the other warriors, but some people will be finding they've now hit 4th level spells. I guess where to from here?
If we're waking up in the shrine, can my armor have been repaired in the long rest as well, or is it just like one piece per long rest?
We'll have to look at what Mol tells how he's fixing his armor.
Just using smith tools and little chunks of metal just to fill in the porous materials. So possibly all done in a long rest.
Yeah, I'll have a look at Xanathar's and Smith's tools. For plate mail armor, you might need something more.
Yeah, I think I might need a bit more time on that, but
or an anvil, an anvil and a forge, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's fireplaces here, is there not?
Yeah, they're not going to be good enough for forging, for melting iron. They just won't be hot enough. You can't just do it with fire. But we'll see. We can sort that out between now and next week.
Are we exploring ruin further, or? Yeah,
there's nothing else to explore here.
Oh, okay, alright. Well, in that case, on the morning, I propose a short funeral service.
Nina?
I think that's fitting.
Or Jazan? Funeral for
funeral for everyone, really. Just as a memorial for...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For lost friends.
Are we? Yes. Are we by the water in this tower, or is it far further like inland?
It's a few miles, but not that far. You're not.
Oh, that's all right. I will suggest that we do it in the old Temple of Mistral, just symbolically, because it was once at least a consecrated place.
Yep. Okay. Over the course of the long rest, unfortunately, I was taking note of the different die rolls and how long those things remain real. They turn back into illusions and effectively go. Some of them do. So the food and the diamond, when you wake up from your long rest, is not there. The rabbit is still there.
How about Cletus's
I mean,
magic ink? He would have tried to use it during the night.
Yeah, what were you doing? Scribing some spell?
Yeah, I wanted to get some spell books into Cletus's spell book.
Okay, from which spell book?
The wizard spell book that we got many months ago.
Oh yeah.
Sharpie's been carrying it around. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So overnight, you can push through the night and scribe any ritual spells from that book into yours.
Ooh, all three?
How long does it take to do it? Have you?
It's 2 hours per spell level.
Okay.
Oh God.
So it depends. What?
Yeah.
So let's say you've got about 8 hours.
Yeah. And the magic ink will last, Cletus, so he's gonna stay up all night trying to get it done.
Yeah, let's.
Because he's very keen to use that magic ink.
What's the first spell that you're trying to scribe?
Tensor's floating disc.
What level is that?
I don't know.
One or two.
That's a first level spell, I believe.
Okay.
That's definitely first level.
Okay, so Tensor's floating disc, you managed to scribe into your book.
And also detect magic.
Uh,
Is that first level?
yes,
That's
that's
level
first
one.
level. Yep, and
Level
you
one?
scribe that into your book as well.
Yes. And then the last one would be comprehend languages.
Yep, and you get that scribed
Yep.
into your spellbook as well.
And the Cletus is really tired. He probably has exhaustion, but he's happy.
Yeah, okay. Cletus, when you wake up from that exhaustion, the jar of ink that you use to scribe your spells into your spellbook is gone, but the spells are there in your spellbook.
Nice.
Threads, if you ate any of that food, you still feel full from it, but there's no food in your bag of holding when you go to get some more the next day for breakfast.
Hey.
It's worth it.
Unless you want to have
Worth it.
rabbit stew. Okay, so it's almost midnight. Let us. Yeah, let's close out there. So we'll see you next week. Just before we do, it'd be a good idea if I had an idea of where you're heading to from here. Or is that something you need to discuss during the week?
We don't really have anywhere specific to go except for delivering those packages. And that's all. The one we know about is a long way away. Could have sworn one of the packages was to be delivered up at Revel's End.
Yeah, there was a box that Rigamel the Renegade, which was in 10 towns, but delivered to Rigamel, of 10 towns, but without a location. So it might be a matter of asking around in the different towns. You haven't really been sort of going back to that and asking around for the recipients of the postage. And the other one was the glacier.
What about the wizard? Will we contact the wizard, or is she gonna contact us? What was the deal there again?
could do ascending if we want to.
Yeah, why not? We don't have anything. I don't have any other goals at the moment.
Mm.
Do you see what I've just posted in the Roll20 chat there, DM?
Roll 20 chat.
Oh,
For the repair.
DC based.
Yep, okay. Oh, and the DC is in there. Okay, yes, no worries. So, right, so with a DC
maybe.
15, you can repair a suit of armor.
The town to where with the blacksmith.
Alright, I'm just jumping to something else for a minute. Okay, there's an odd thing inscribed on a wall that you notice in that chamber. I think it was Cletus, you were scribing a bunch of stuff from the illusion chamber.
Yep. He was?
Yeah, it says step 7. Draw a circle on the ground using the ashes of a corpse.
So he's been able to read this just by himself, or
Yeah,
and then it says step 7.
Yeah, eventually you figure it out.
So was there a step 1 to 6, or was it only step 7 that he
It's
saw?
only step 7.
And it says
Draw a circle on the ground using the ashes of a corpse.
Is this the next day with everybody, or is this still
Yeah.
at night?
No, this is just assume it's the next day.
Okay, well, he gets. Is there any ashes around?
Not of a corpse. There's ashes.
Oh, there's a bunny. Could we burn the bunny? I'll ask. I'll ask. Cletus will ask Threads. Threads. I might be
Because
able
that's
to
not
solve.
suspect at all.
I need some ashes of a corpse. I think this might be important. Can I have your bunny?
Threads is woken up as Winter Threads, so she just starts crying.
Thank you. Cletus takes
Oh,
He'll burn it. Get the ash.
no! I'm not gonna let him burn a bunny. The bunny just came alive.
You fighting me for this bunny?
I'm not gonna let you kill a bunny that was just born today or yesterday.
It wasn't a rabbit anyway.
That's what bunnies are.
Yeah.
One attacks the rabbit for you.
Oh.
Dawn, very nice. And then Cletus will take the rabbit off Dawn, and then he'll turn into ashes in fire, and then he'll do that step 7.
Okay. So you draw a circle on the ground using the ashes of a corpse. Nothing happens that you notice.
Are you okay, Cletus?
Can I cast detect magic? Did that do anything?
Yeah, you cast detect magic as a ritual, and you don't detect any magic in the area where you drew your circle, your bunny circle.
Cletus would tell Threads, that was very helpful, thank you.
Oh, revivify the
What's that
rabbit.
all about? No.
Yeah, Ash. You got the diamond. I mean, you already had one, right?
Nothing particularly wrong here.
Okay. Jackus, you're asking about the what you remember about the that wizard, Velen.
Yeah.
The name was. You can have an intelligence check if you want to try and recall.
Intelligence check. I'm not.
Yeah. Okay. So on parting, she said she was going looking for her quest was looking for a Netheril city, Netheril's artifacts, and that when she found what she was looking for, if she could get to the next stage and needed some help because she was expecting to go places where she was going to need some muscle, if you're up for it, she would contact you.
Oh, okay. So she will contact us, not we don't.
Then again, I mean, we have just found a Netheril's tower, so letting her know about it might curry a bit of favour.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess. Yeah, Ash. So Ash can go ahead and send the sending spell.
Ash, sending.
I propose that are we casting sending to see if she has a quest for us, essentially?
No, just to tell her we found the tower, and you know, it's one of the things she was looking for.
Okay, I will do that. I'll let her know our approximate location, and that we found the tower and largely seemed to clear it out, and we found some tomes.
Okay, and I think she can reply, if I remember.
Yes.
Short reply. Okay. She says, "Oh, where is it? I'll meet you there."
Drop a pin, Ash.
Stay put.
Yeah.
And a little while later, you receive because you can. It's only just one. You know, you only get to pass one note with a sending spell. She must cast a sending spell herself, because Ash, you get a contact from her saying, "Great news! Where are you?" And I'll come right there.
Oh, well, yeah.
Are you going to answer her?
Yeah. I mean, I said I would give her the location in the first message, but
okay.
if she needs more details, I can add them.
Yeah,
in the reply. It's not a problem.
Yeah, all right. So I assume you just give enough detail for her to navigate her way there, and what we're looking for, that spire poking out.
Yeah. How does teleport work? Can she teleport to a person, or does she need to know like the area?
You don't know, but you get the implication that she's travelling to you rather than teleporting. Okay. Well, with that, it now is midnight.
Can Cletus try and get the skeleton and then burn it and do that step 7 again before we close the night?
You gotta do steps 1 to 6 first.
No, so, yeah. So step 7. When I said what happens at 7th, I'm referring to what that's just coincidence. That's what I was just asking what people get at when they reach 7th level.
Okay.
Just coincidence that this is step 7, but they're unrelated.
Okay, don't worry. Cletus has given up then.
Yeah.
I propose that we do the funeral service next session, just like the first 5 minutes, so that we have like a week to think about what we want to say, if anything.
Okay. In which case?
A dawn service.
All right.
It's basically going to sound like screech, screech, rabbit.
Okay, well, we'll close out for now and look forward to next week. 7th level onwards.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ciao.
Rime-hearted Mother Earth awaits 1 week for thee.